This episode brought to you by Butts. You better hold on with both hands because one of your goddamn arms is getting ripped off.
Hey everybody, we're watching Jurassic Park and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Oh shit, he's awake.
The apnea got me. Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And I'm not sleeping because I'm bored. I'm sleeping because it's late, because it took me way too long to set up for this shit, that it took us way too long to record the previous
And he
episode.
has some sort of issue where he just passes out.
Oh, yeah, because of my sugars.
My sugars, baby, my sugars.
Sorry, Mama, I got a case of the sugars. Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where I think about it, and I'm like, well, certainly we would have done that classic.
I'm surprised we haven't,
6 years. No, I double-checked. We have not
It's
done
like one of the best, like...
This is
maybe gives me like the feels so bad, like where like coming out of that movie was the same thing as like Terminator 2 in this movie. I just walked out of the movie just like, whoa. Like,
it's very funny that you make those two comparisons because there's some interesting trivia in here that's going to make you very interested.
I think I'm trying to think of another one after Jurassic Park that I was like, fuck, that movie was awesome.
But this movie, like, this is one of the ones that just truly holds up. Now, I mean, there's better CG and there's all that.
That's the only thing that doesn't.
But still good.
But the CG is like, come on, let's go.
Yeah, okay, let's just do it. Let's get right into it.
We're blowing our material now.
Let's just talk for 2 hours about the movie
before
then
it
press
starts.
play and quietly watch it. Let's get all this out now because I want to enjoy it. I just want to enjoy it.
Oh, like I said, I remember watching this movie for the first time and just being like, this movie kicks ass.
I watched this in like a $2 theater way after it was finished. So it was at the Pendale, not an appropriate screen to watch.
The Pendale.
I have since seen this though in re-release,
Of
like
course.
in big theaters with good audio and stuff. Because this is going to end up being.
I think that Spielberg did a great job turning the book into a movie because the book is like really violent and like the Raptor's like ripping guts open.
I was going to say I just very recently listened to the audiobook of it, and the whole thing, it's actually funny, there's scenes in it that actually made it into the sequels because they thought it was too violent in this one, the first of which being the little dinosaurs, the little ones who attack the little girl. That happens in the first book, but it like to the point where it's in the hospital. They also eat a baby to death.
Nice.
And like they just
to death.
like they literally,
I'm sure once the friggin' dinosaur takes one bite, like you're toast.
No, but it's the little ones that was just ripping.
Oh, I don't remember this part.
Yeah. Oh no, this is great. No, but there were those teeny tiny little dinosaurs who would basically just like nip the meat off of it, and they just ate the baby just outright, and that was not the best, I guess, is a good way of putting it. But
oh, you thought you were about to see a dinosaur?
No, you're not about to see a dinosaur.
It's a crate.
I know. This is one of my favorite parts. Shoot her!
Plus, the movie is like. They work you up to it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then all of a sudden you're like, holy fuck, and then it like doesn't stop. It's like, Jesus Christ, the movie kicks fucking balls.
Everything in this movie is earned.
Oh, hell yes.
Absolutely everything.
That's why Spielberg's the man.
Yeah, and this movie for a good chunk of time was the #1 grossing movie of all, like period. It had beat E.T., which was the previous, so he beat himself. This movie was beat. This movie was beat by Titanic, which was then beat by Avatar. So it went Spielberg, Cameron.
I wonder if Spielberg would ever direct a Marvel movie.
I don't think
He's fucking wicked.
I don't think he's above it because, like I said, he was going to direct Mortal Kombat.
Oh my god!
So he wanted to do it.
That would have been awesome.
But he couldn't. Like scheduling didn't allow for it.
Right.
So
I wonder who he would do if they gave him a. Who do you think? Who the hell would he do? I think he'd pick somebody we don't even know, like James Gunn or something.
I think it would be somebody that we'd be aware of, but somebody who's just underutilized. I don't know who that would be.
This guy has the strength to just pick the gate up.
But like, I feel like
they didn't even use like, look at the gate.
Yeah, I feel like he'd do like a one-off X-Man.
Oh,
like
shit.
he'd do like an Iceman or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh man, I
or
totally don't
Silver
remember
Surfer.
this.
Yeah, no, this was great. This
Whoa.
this doesn't happen in the book either, but something similar. Like they hear reports of a lot of accidents on a construction site, but it ends up being the dinosaurs keep attacking the people and stuff like that.
Oh, Raptor.
Yeah, I love that. That's like your little kind of Jaws thing, right? You're not going to get a good look, but you're going to know that we're taking this seriously. I love shoot. So that is, let me get his name up here. That is Bob Peck. He was in The Merchant of Venice, Edge of Darkness, Lord of the Flies. Things that were basically this movie.
Yeah, like a lot of jungle.
Yeah.
Screaming.
Yeah, any place where there's mosquitoes, that guy shows up. And this
I 1000% do not. You know, I think I only remember the moment that they show up at the park.
Yeah. And this is Martin Ferrero. He plays the lawyer Gennaro.
Amber Mine.
There you go.
Oh, I know what's going on here.
Oh, sorry, man. I think we have the camera.
Hey, it's Buddy.
Yes. It is Buddy. But so this guy here was in Miami Vice, Oscar, Get Shorty, Gods and Monsters. That was his stuff. But again, they combine him with two characters in the book.
Wait a second, sorry. Where did he start on that raft?
Yeah, I know,
like
right?
where the hell?
That's a great question.
He's been like on the raft for like 3 days.
Probably.
Well, like they just pull him along. He's like around this thing, and the rope's around a little, you know.
It's probably a few hundred meters.
I'm like, holy Christ.
But yeah, so he's a combination of two different people from the book. There's a like a guest relations kind of guy who is not in this, who's like built into him. But then there's a lawyer, but the lawyer is almost like he almost feels like a CIA kind of guy in the book, where he's like, I'm going there to take this place down. Like it was like he wasn't there. The lawyer wasn't there to protect the park. He was there to take down the park.
Right.
But then they took the aspects of the other guy, the relations guy, and the PR dude to put all that stuff in.
Oh shit! There, what a cool idea, though, eh?
Yeah,
I dig it.
This movie actually created such a resurgence in like interest in dinosaurs that like paleontology, like studies and stuff like that, like skyrocketed.
They totally went up through the roof.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons that I want to go to Universal more than Disney. It's because they got all the Jurassic Park stuff.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park rides are fucking awesome.
But yeah, it's like, well, the one Jurassic Park ride, it's just one of those like you see an animatronic. Whatever. Yeah, like it's that exact thing. But it's all like, and literally before that ride came out, Disney already had Dinosaur.
Right.
It's the exact same ride.
It's like
just not. It's just not branded.
No, they have a bunch of rides.
Yeah, they got a couple Jurassic Park rides, but I think the other one's probably another 4D ride because that's 90% of the friggin' Universal rides. They're not. I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're not good.
Right.
I'm just saying that they're not.
Because I would Badlands.
So because I would 100% go.
This is where the Tremors were.
Yes.
They're looking for Tremors originally.
That would be amazing.
And they found a dinosaur bone.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny too because we were talking about like when Tremors 2 came out, one of its big things was like the team behind Jurassic Park.
Hey,
helped make the new like those other Tremors.
We have watched Tremors 1.
We have watched Tremors 1.
We should eventually do all the Tremors.
Oh god,
they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, once you get deep into the Jamie Kennedy verse of it.
I know. Right? Oh my god, look, this is Patrick Swayze looking motherfucker.
I know.
It's like Freddy Krueger playing Patrick Swayze.
Could they have picked a more perfect dude than Sam Neill?
Oh hell
He's
no.
so good in this. Actually, you know who was offered the job? Harrison Ford. Oh, I'm sorry. You said wait. And
I was going to guess.
You said wait. I heard
You knew I was going to guess it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't guess
You were going to definitely nail it.
I was going to guess John C. Reilly. Or sorry, I was going to guess William H. Macy, who was in part 3.
Yeah. That's true.
And they bring him back for Dominion. I dug that how, like, I like the new Jurassic Park movies.
I think
they're pretty cool.
I didn't care as much for the second one, but I really liked the first one.
I thought the second one was cool too. I like how they had that like auction and the
that was cool. I
dug that.
There were aspects of it, but then there was like that. There was that whole weird thing. I was 100% sure you were going to find out that the little girl was a clone. Or something
dinosaur.
Like that. Like,
she does the Michael Jackson Thriller in the end.
Yeah.
And looks and she's got like dinosaur eyes.
Because they kept talking about her mother who's gone and like whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, you know, she's an egg donor and she was like a genetic thing.
But, you know, and I thought what was cool, but I don't know, might have heard it was like they really blew their wad in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that whole scene was the big, huge scene in the movie. And then the rest of it was kind of like a thriller where like the one dinosaur is after them.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like they brought in a lot of cool other dinosaurs. So you know what the fan theory is, right? That who this kid is?
That's that's Freddy's kid.
No. Well, that's who it that's the actor. But no, that kid. The theory is that's Chris Pratt from Jurassic World, and this is why he becomes obsessed with raptors.
And then in the next one, he'll know Sam Neill.
Yeah, that would be really we need that confirmation.
And then Sam Neill will be amazed because he has an actual connection with Blue.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be? I would be really, really impressed if they went through with that. I think that would be really, really impressive.
I was impressed with the lion that also screamed back at the T-Rex.
Yes.
If that was a lion, I was just fucked around. Holy fuck, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They're probably buds. In the movie, you'll see the lion will be riding the T-Rex.
Well, usually they sleep. In the jungle of the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. Although the lions don't live in the jungle, that's a whole other thing, but
That's why they're asleep.
Mm-hmm. So in the books, only because I
chop your junk off.
I don't usually like to compare things with their books, but it's because this one was so weird and different. I want to do there's some things I want to definitely address. In the book, he's older and he's an older, fatter, bald guy. And
Sam Neill?
Sam Neill. And Laura Dern is like a 20-year-old grad student. He's she's his grad student, but they're not love interests at all. They're they have a platonic friendship. And they're and she's got a boyfriend and all that stuff.
We need banter for a movie.
Yeah, well, to me this makes more sense.
I think Laura Dern hasn't been in so much, eh?
Laura Dern's been in a lot, but
I just don't know it.
She's just one of those always working people, right? It's just not a huge
Laura Dern.
But she was in A Perfect World, Citizen Ruth, October Sky, I Am Sam, Little Fockers, Enlightened, that show, Wild, Twin Peaks, The Last Jedi, Big Little Lies. She's upcoming in Jurassic Park Dominion. Mm-hmm. She's in the movie The Sun with Hugh Jackman and Anthony Hopkins coming out.
Ooh.
So she's got things happening.
She's still going.
She's always got something, and she's brilliant. I love her.
I like her too. Oh, she's cover up the old bones there.
Yeah. Yeah, there are some Laura Linney and things like her. I can't get enough.
They're good character actors.
Yeah.
They're never,
Mm-hmm. So we're about to see John Hammond, the person who was offered the role of John Hammond and turned it down. I'll give you one hint. He turns down great movies all the time.
Nicholson.
Sean Connery. Sean Connery turned this down, turned Matrix down, turned Lord of the Rings down. He's he can't turn down enough stuff. Just cannot turn down enough stuff. Talk about Richard Attenborough, man. The man is a genius on two sides because he's been a super successful actor. He was in The League of Gentlemen, Great Escape, Flight of the Phoenix, Dr. Dolittle, 10 Little Indians, Miracle on 34th Street, the Jurassic Park 2 and stuff like that. He died in 2014. But also remembering he directed A Bridge Too Far, Gandhi, A Chorus Line, Cry Freedom, Chaplin, Grey Owl was his second last movie that he did. The guy just on either side of the coin is just
fucking awesome. I love him in this role. Mm-hmm. I think he's so good.
So good. And you know what's crazy too? Again, in the book, he's an asshole in the book. Literally at towards the end when everything's going wrong, he blames his fucking grandchildren. He's if I didn't bring those damn kids, everything would be going fine. None of these dinosaurs were going
crazy.
That's basically his whole thing. He's they ruined everything. It was going to be
perfect.
Your
excitement.
And that was the whole deal. He has no empathy.
I dig him in this role because he's very his heart was in the right spot for this park, but it was the scientist guy and all the tomfoolery that
he is he is the propaganda side of Walt Disney. When you hear the story of Walt Disney,
he's
told
the
from
guy.
People who there's he's a man with a dream who wants to bring things out. And don't get me wrong, all that is true of Walt Disney. There's just more to it.
There's
just it's all of that.
What it stands for.
Yes, and that's 100% where they go here. It's just that again, and they make the thing here. If a small world breaks down, they don't eat the passengers.
Right. So wait, is this him talking about the park here?
Yes, with it being very vague about what they're going to see.
Right. He's I'm going to come show you something here.
You're gonna go. They essentially think they're going to an animal preserve.
Can you turn those to the top?
Turn what?
The subtitles?
The screen? No, I can't.
Who the fuck? You can't even do that in this day and age.
Yeah, I know, right?
What the fuck?
Sorry about that.
You should review this TV.
I'm going to review the TV. Let me look and see if I can do it. No, subtitle settings. Maybe I can. Size, no.
That's just size.
Yeah, well, I just...
Oh my God, you paused the movie.
Oh, no, we've paused it.
He's made it bigger. Pause your movie.
Pause, everybody pause.
Like, just get out of here. Fuck that request. Okay, let's go.
You
Here we
fucked
go.
everything up. It's all your fault. So one thing I love, because we're watching this on Amazon Prime Video right now, and like they've done something that nobody else has done, which I find really interesting. It's just their overall like interface sucks.
Yes.
But like the fact that like when you move the mouse or whatever, you can see like it's got like your IMDb of everybody
Yes,
up.
I
or,
dug
like,
that.
and it's got like trivia.
Or dig that.
Like any of that
Yes.
stuff.
What was I watching on Prime when I moved the mouse once and I was like, hey, what the hell is this?
Yeah, it's so cool.
And it was like in this scene, well, it's like a pop-up video only.
Yeah, I'll give you one hint of what I was watching. Community.
Community. This is a JCVD.
Yeah. No.
Oh, here we go.
This is great too. I was really happy to see this happen because Wayne Knight, like this is one of the few chances Wayne Knight got to prove that he was good.
Like an actor.
Yeah, like because I mean, like Newman's fun and all, but it's just it is what it is, right? And it never developed or changed. It just was like this is who he was on day 1. This is who he was on day 10.
I love how you can 10, just 000. Like have a little setting and that's where you are.
Yeah,
we were in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, they shot the whole movie in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
So, God. I feel like that would be he'd be Gabriel Iglesias now.
He's still like, don't say my name.
I love this so much. This took place in a mall in the books.
Really?
Yeah. Uh-oh. We moved the mouse. I love this very much. Dodgson. See, I always thought it was Dotson.
He's quite big here.
Yeah, he was really big here. This was early Newman.
This is like when they cast people in movies that didn't have to be like sculpted like Greek gods.
Yes.
Only the women.
Only the women. Yeah, that's how American Gladiators came to be.
That's right. Oh, this is neat. Yeah, this is how like I used to transport my drugs.
Yeah. So an interesting thing was
the product placement.
Yeah, Barbasol.
Barbasol. This just Spielberg.
They put down some real money on that.
Yeah, right.
But so what was interesting was Steven Spielberg. Before this came out, Steven Spielberg was in production or in like pre-production for a different Michael Crichton book, ER. And then the word about this book came out, but this book hadn't even come out. There was only a manuscript. It hadn't been published or anything. They paid $2 million for the rights to this book. And he beat out James Cameron by a few hours. Like James Cameron, James Cameron was going to bid on the book. And he said in an interview, his plan was for Arnold Schwarzenegger to be Dr. Grant, for Bill Paxton to be...
Oh, my God.
What a shock, eh? Bill Paxton to be Jeff Goldblum there.
Oh,
and for
my
Charlton
God.
Heston to be what's his face? The old man.
Thank God Spielberg got it.
Well, he actually said...
Holy
even
shit.
said, thanks God Spielberg got it, because he's like, I would have made... like a violent, like it would have been like a violent action movie.
Right.
And he's like, Spielberg made the right movie. He's like, it was a movie to capture the imagination of everybody. And he's like, and he 100% did the right thing with it. I would have done the wrong thing. So I was like, I can appreciate that.
At least he admitted it, right? That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can say a bad word against Spielberg.
No.
Well, except for Lloyd Kaufman.
Well, yeah. Well, Lloyd Kaufman
For obvious reasons.
Lloyd Kaufman will say bad word against anybody if it'll get him attention. But so anyways, Steven Spielberg, he's working on ER, the Michael Crichton thing. Then this thing comes out, so he goes out.
So wait,
but
was
then
the
he goes,
show ER based on that?
The show ER is based on Michael Crichton's book, ER, which was going to be a movie. Spielberg and Crichton produce ER.
No shit.
So that's that's how that all came to be.
I did not know that. Spielberg and Crichton produce ER?
Yeah. Well, Crichton is the creator of ER because it's his book and stuff like that. I don't know, like, what is a book ER? Like, is it one episode?
I don't know.
Like, what the hell? You bring a rock star. In the book, Ian Malcolm he talks he talks more about math than anything else because he is a mathematician, but like he doesn't really he talks more about philosophy in this.
Like we're at 20 minutes into the movie, we've seen a dinosaur's
eye hole.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit of his face.
Yeah.
And still no complaints.
All in.
The movie has so much payoff when it starts, and it's just like...
It truly is. Like, because, God, how long is it? It's like 30 minutes in before you see your first dinosaur.
I think
or
so,
something like that. And to me, it's still one of the most magical moments in film.
Agreed.
Because nobody had built anything like that before, right? Like, well, I mean, because it was CG. Well, hey, me too, bro. Let's touch them.
Ew, don't start at a man fire.
Yeah, if only. I'm just trying to find some other little tidbits.
So wait. So you said that like they made Hammond.
Yes.
They made him a super asshole. I wonder if they kind of took the book actual Hammond and turned him into the guy that owns it in the new ones.
A little bit.
Right? Because he was way more...
I'm reading or I'm listening to a Thrawn book.
Like he wasn't a complete dick, but you know, because eventually he was like, "Fuck this! I got to help these people." Blah blah.
Yeah, because I mean,
but he was a little more brutal than.
Like, the overall base of Hammond is he had a dream that he wanted to give to people and all this kind of stuff.
I had a dream,
but then
it was a wet one.
Yeah, but then he becomes so obsessed with it that he becomes like jerkish, and he's like, it's like
right. His obsession consumes him.
You can't kill my dinosaurs, and then like it's so ridiculous, like because they're talking about if an animal got off the island, because that's what happens in the book. Animals got off the island, and he's like, that can't happen, and blah blah. Like, and it's just like there's
so why when the pterodactyls fly the fuck off?
Like, how beautiful is this? How much? Like, I would give anything to fly to this place.
Eh?
This is Hawaii, yeah. I want one of these Jeeps more than anything.
Just a Jurassic Park. I'm surprised that Jeep hasn't come out with the Jurassic Park.
I'm willing to
limited
bet they
edition.
Did. I'm willing to bet they did. That it was just one of those things that they didn't really advertise.
Right? Okay, so now you see the fence. You're like, the fuck, like.
Mm-hmm. So a little interesting thing too. Spielberg.
It's Jeep.
Yeah, Spielberg directs Attenborough here. Attenborough beat Spielberg for the Oscar in '83.
Which one?
He won for Gandhi, beating E.T. Which I'm okay. I'm okay with that. Like that was like I loved E.T., but like that was
Gandhi's like one of the classics of all time that nobody will ever watch again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like 4 hours long.
Yeah,
and nobody has the attention span.
Saw it, got it, done. Moving on. Interesting too. Steven Spielberg to date, I don't think this has been beaten yet. Steven Spielberg made more money off of this movie than any other person has made off a movie in history.
Really?
He made $250 million.
Spielberg himself.
Yes. He through his salary, bonuses, and profit sharing. So,
what did somebody was talking to me too about? Oh my god, like the director never makes all that much money. The actors do, and I was like, well, because the actors are the one pulling it in.
Yeah.
But Spielberg's a name now that it's like, fuck yeah, who knows what he? What do you think he makes per movie without points and everything?
I don't know, to be really frank with you, but also because he's the producer of his own movies, he's underpaying himself.
Right.
Like it's not like he's being sought out by other
underpaying himself.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
Well, and that's because he wants to get the movies done that he wants.
He doesn't
right?
give a fuck either. He's rich as fuck, right?
So he's like, I'll just do it without a salary.
Take a pay cut.
Yeah. He's like,
here we go.
Yeah. He's like, if to save an extra $5 million, I don't have to work. I don't have to like.
He's like, turn your head.
I know. I love that so much. I'm constantly trying to turn people's heads like that. Like this is
looks pretty good
beautiful.
still.
It does. Like it's not bad CG. It's just that there's been more improved.
This is a movie they could re-CG.
I wouldn't. Yeah,
but it's still so because but the practical effects are there. There's so many practical to only in big shots like this.
It's anytime you see a full dinosaur, it's CG. Whenever you see a partial dinosaur, it's right. It's practical.
But no, well, the one lying down, he's sick.
Oh, yes, but it's still technically
real...
not a whole dinosaur because like it's flat on the bottom. Right?
I would absolutely not go anywhere near this thing.
Yeah.
You might accidentally stomp ya.
Now, would you, in a world where they were smart enough to leave the carnivores completely out of it and they had brachiosaurs and stuff like that, would you go to that Jurassic World?
Sure.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
Because it's like even if it was just like a helicopter.
No, you know that the troll's going to be like, oh no, T-Rexes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, call me when there's a Utah raptor.
Like in the new ones where they're like, the park is losing.
Yeah.
I don't understand how, which is funny though, it's the truth of like human nature. Yeah. How in God's name could you go to this park so many times that seeing that motherfucker in real life would be not cool. You'd be bored.
I still, and you know what? I thought about that a long time ago because I still I go to Niagara Falls
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yep. I still go there and like marvel at I'm like, people come to this place and they see this for the first time and they've seen nothing like it. Yep. Like I've seen it thousands of times and it's like, you'd think I take it for granted, but it's like, it's so good.
And I go down there and sometimes I don't go see the falls.
Yeah.
But every time you go and look, it's always like, wow, gee, look at this thing.
You just look and you're like, wow, this exists in the world.
He just shit himself and passed out.
He should look back and see that his legs. He's like, oh, you ruined my nice entrance. He was expecting them to be standing side by side with him. But I would who wouldn't be totally satisfied seeing these things?
Fuck.
It's like something you never could have seen before. It's gorgeous.
Could have dug the craziness of the new ones too. How he's like a pact with the rat, you know, like, because they kind of follow the same path of these.
Yeah.
It's almost like what they did with Star Wars.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same.
Yeah.
You know, they find the Jeep and they, at least there's, you know, the nostalgia of like they're running through the same area and like there's the old Jeep and then,
the old communication center and stuff like that. I was down with that. The one thing I didn't like, because they went with like two kind of bad guy modes. They're like the genetic testing mode on this side, but then we're gonna weaponize them on this side. They should have left the weaponize out altogether. Like just make it all about the genetic stuff and like the
army's gonna use this. There's gonna be like a fleet of Raptors that runs
like,
into North Korea and takes him out.
You'll never find in a million years a military man who's like, whoa, if that was a possibility, I'd totally do that. Like never.
What do you think though?
I think that Colin Powell was asked that, and that's what made him die.
Like, okay, we have two options here. We can either build a nuclear bomb or we can genetically make dinosaurs and weaponize them.
Yeah, which one's going to be more expensive? The dinosaurs by a lot, I assure you.
I was thinking, like, because the lawyer is here. Yeah. Because he's like, the investors are fucking pissed off at you, blah, blah, blah. Like, how the hell much would this cost?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Like, dear God.
Well, I think they kind of cover that.
$1 trillion.
Because it's like, it's been like billions of dollars over like a couple dozen years that we're working on this.
Oh yeah, here's the.
See, this would be a fun this should be the ride.
Right?
Well, I don't know what their universal like track.
Or this should be like when you're waiting for the ride.
Yeah, this should 100% be the ride though. It's just that's a brilliant idea. It's kind of like what they do with Rise of the Resistance, where they have one spot where they're taking you from one place to the other, and it feels like you're on the ride, but really you're still in line.
Right.
I think that would be really cool, actually. It would be you going across here, but it's just taking you to the other side of the thing, so you can get off, and then like you go through the area, like the lab. You'd be walking through, and you could watch and see like animatronic legs and stuff, and being moved around, and like the guys in the lab coats walking around. Then you end up on the other side where the Jeeps are. Because I think it's the Jeep ride is the thing, right? And then there's fences. And it's like,
there's a water ride, too.
There is a water ride.
Wicked.
Yeah, the water ride looks fun.
Oh, yeah, there's that little DNA guy.
Yeah, I know.
That's like Forky's bro.
I'm from your blood. I love it very much.
Is that Matthew McConaughey as the DNA strand?
That would be amazing. No, because he's not driving a Lincoln.
Yeah,
Even back then, I drove a Lincoln. Yeah. So a big thing worth noting, this was I think one of my first experiences with real behind the scenes stuff in a movie too.
Oh, like when they show you,
like when you really learn about how they did stuff in that. So one big thing was originally all of the dinosaurs were supposed to be stop motion or animatronic when they were like up close and big, and then they saw that the CG capability was there, so they decided to forego the stop motion.
Right.
And Phil Tippett, who had been like a stop motion guy and a miniatures guy through like Star Wars and all these other things, got really bummed out. Like he's the guy who actually came up with the line "We're extinct," which they say in this very shortly, actually. So he was legit depressed that his whole livelihood was going away. And then the CG people came up to him and they're like, we could actually use you because for us to keyframe it takes forever. So they built him a model that was just like a stop motion model. That was all the keyframes were built into him. And then they could move him. And then he would realistically move the dinosaur, and it would then create those animation keyframes in the thing. So he used his skills to better their skills.
To better the CG. So he helped them ruin his career.
Yeah. No, he actually created a new version of his career. He basically kept his career alive.
And that became the models and everything as they're yeah.
Because that's the birth of motion capture.
God, that's the Subway bread breaker. If I could say it. I love 2 B's in a row.
I still don't really understand why virtual reality was necessary to do this. And also that's not a virtual reality mask.
That looks like just a new SARS mask.
Yeah.
The Sovid mask. Oh, looks like I added a couple of alphagettis.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
and alphabets.
There you go.
Probably that's what they didn't come up with. They're like, we need something to go with the alphagetti, and they're like, alphabets, boom, DNA strand created.
We sorted it out.
Turn moves on. Here we go.
This movie also very responsible for the Star Wars prequels because the supervisor of the special effects was George Lucas. Because it's
this?
Yeah, because this is a Skywalker. This is an ILM thing. That's why it was Phil Tippett and all those guys. It was all the same crew.
Right.
But he saw
erotica.
He saw the CG that was being created, and he finally realized he's like, I can make the next Star Wars.
I can do this.
So it was right around this time that
that's like when James Cameron.
He did the re-releases right around this time. Well, like a couple years later.
When James Cameron saw Gollum.
Yes.
He was like, we could do Avatar.
Yeah. I was gonna say James Cameron saw Gollum. He's like, uh-oh, our camera went out.
Good move.
Oh, they're back. Woohoo! No, it's no, what's happening?
At least the movie's still going.
Yeah. I gotta fix the movie.
Oh, they're getting out of the chair. Never get out of the chair, guys.
Never get out of the chair.
I don't know, maybe unless people are dying. Oh, there he is.
Is the battery dying?
Sam Jackson.
I don't think this is that.
Wonder where he was. Like, I'm sure you can tell us what Sam Jackson was doing. We're back.
No, I actually didn't. Because we've covered him so many times, I didn't look him up again.
I just wonder what he was in before this, because he just takes kind of not a minor role. Yeah, I guess it's a minor role, but he gets some lines and some screen time. And
this is right around, I don't know what came before or after, but this is right around Loaded Weapon, Amos and Andy.
Okay.
Things like along those lines. But it was after, what was it, Juice?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, he's not in Juice. Oh, wait, is he?
Yeah. The only reason I know is I remember Dave Chappelle yelling it when he was doing Sam Jackson.
Oh, right, yeah.
I was in Juice. That was a good one. So this is great. So the biggest lie of this whole movie, other than dinosaurs existing, is the fact that they make the raptors so big. The raptors are like 6 feet tall in this. Spielberg wanted them to be 10 feet tall, and they're not. Velociraptors are about 1.5 feet tall in real life.
Really?
Yeah, they are small, but they're
genetically modified.
Yeah. I guess BD Wong, he was at it early. But during the making of this movie, they discovered a new type of raptor, the Utah raptor, which they had 10 feet versions of those. So they ranged between 6 and 10 feet. So they should have just called these Utah raptors, but they're
still raptors.
Yeah, they're still raptors. But it was really interesting. And then that was another thing Phil Tippett said. He's like, oh my God, he's like, we live in a world where we create it, then they discover it.
Anybody would actually have a problem with like the law, the dinosaurs actually this tall, you idiots. Like,
well, they would be concerned. I mean, the scientists would be concerned. How is this place not going to get overrun? Because there's no way you can control the mating. And so I get that.
Good old BD Wong.
BD Wong. He's a guy who I forget how much stuff he was in. So he was in The Ref, Father of the Bride 1 and 2. He was in Executive Decision, 7 Years in Tibet, Mulan 1 and 2. My favorite role is Oz.
Oh yeah,
Father Ray Makata. He was fantastic in that thing too. What else was he in? He was in Law and Order SVU as the Shrink for many, many, many years. He was in Bird Box, Mr. Robot, Gotham. He's also going to be in JP Dominion. He's like the bad guy now, which was what an interesting twist. Imagine, so you're in this movie. He's in this movie for 2 minutes and then not in the next 2. And then they come back
in the next one and he's the bad guy.
They come back and they're like, hey man, you've been the bad guy the whole time. What? Like, yeah, man.
Yep, you're the mastermind.
And he's also in a show that I did not know existed. Gremlins, Secrets of the Mogwai.
What?
Is coming out. I don't know where
it's coming out.
It hasn't been made yet.
Secrets of the Mogwai.
But the show stars him, Ming-Na Wen, and James Hong.
Nice.
And so I think James Hong might be playing like the old. I think this is like a prequel, because it's all Chinese people,
right?
And the Mogwai. So I have a feeling that James Hong, either James Hong or BD Wong, is the old man from Gremlins.
Mogwai not for sale.
Yeah, but either one of those.
They got it.
Yeah. So it's yeah. So I'm really interested in seeing.
I think they had this come out in Lego.
Yes. I gotta tell you, man, I fucking love Lego sets.
I know they're so still hot. Like, kids love Legos.
Yeah, but they just make them look so good now that
this poor bastard.
There is a whole sect of TikTok for Lego people. I've seen somebody go like, let's come check out my basement, and the entire basement is like a Lego room where the whole middle of the basement is just a big platform for all the buildings and stuff like that. And on the outside are all the ships and all
whatever the Raptors don't finish is what's for dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, one perfect tenderloin sitting in there.
I can't see nothing. This park sucks.
Also, let's
there's like 5 raptors in this tiny little thing. What the fuck are you gonna do here?
Yeah. What I also am not a big fan of. Well, I kind of get what they were doing though, because if the point is they get a lot of speed and they're aggressive, you don't want them to have a lot of momentum. So I kind of.
He's your god. Like they're all gonna live in this little fucking thing.
Yeah, but to me also, they're so aggressive and so crazy. Why wouldn't they have just killed all of them? It's like we can't
because they're so smart, they're gonna figure out a way, man. That door was wide open there, letting that guy in there.
Yeah.
They're gonna lift up the thing, and it'll be a raptor will be in where then the harness that the cow is hooked into.
Yes. Muldoon, I'm pretty sure, is an African guy in the books.
This guy is like right out of like the guys from like part 2.
Yeah,
like Pete Postlethwaite.
Pete Postlethwaite is so good in that one. Like he's my favorite, well, probably my favorite character in that movie. I love him in that. And I love this guy in this, even though he's like not in it a lot.
He's wicked. I like him too.
I like that 2 conversations are happening at the same time on screen. Like
kind of like yeah,
like you couldn't hear what he was saying to Laura Dern there, but like it's a weird thing to actually like witness.
Right. It's good TV, bud.
I gotta tell you, like I didn't even get close to like doing all the research for this one because like I literally researched this for 2 hours and I didn't get halfway through.
Holy shit!
That was available to it, so it's like we may have to watch this again just so I can just so I can do the other things. Like I
can't wait till we get to the shirtless.
Yeah.
Gold blue. Oh, here we go. Look like. Oh man.
Yeah. See, to me, they
use a new thing every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say they need to figure out a better way of like dealing with that. Like even like having the cow at the edge and just pushing him in.
Yeah, probably
like
just
a
throw
more
him
efficient
in.
way.
Because he's not moving around anyways.
Why does she look grossed out by that?
She's a vegetarian.
Yeah, no, but she's not. First off, and also it was just like it looked.
Is
like
she the only one eating?
Yeah, so far she's the only one.
Oh no, okay.
Oh, there we go. Wait. I was just trying to see if that was the dude. Because the guy who played Elaine's boss is like his butler in part 2. And I honest to God thought that was just him serving one of the dishes. Probably wasn't, but it's weird that all the waiters are old men, but let's not go beyond that.
I think they're talking about like the cost and how it's like only going to be for rich people. Like, who the hell would be able to afford this? You have to take a plane all the goddamn. I guess it would be like going to Florida.
You would have to take a flight to Costa Rica, and then have a chartered helicopter to
bring you into
island. And although you would imagine they would probably have some kind of resort on the outside.
Yes,
that would then bring you in. Like they would probably have flights.
That's what they should have done. They could. That's what they should have done in part 2, man. There was like a resort on the outskirts, and that gets attacked.
Yeah.
We got to stop the dinosaurs from getting to the resort. My parents are there.
Well, that's what I liked about Jurassic. That's what I liked about Jurassic World, though, is kind of the ultimate hubris of man. Yes, this went horribly wrong a number of times, but we got it figured out this time, so don't sweat it.
Yeah,
and
now we're gonna
really
make a super dinosaur.
Yeah,
whipping it out.
Yeah.
I'm getting my little Velociraptor out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he's 1.5 feet. But yeah.
Whoa, he's getting all worked up here.
Goldblum is amazing in this movie. He is so like
he's like, this is gonna go wrong.
Yeah, like he's very just Jeff Goldblum, but
he plays it. He's perfect,
so perfect. And the one thing they did, because Michael Crichton and Dave Koepp wrote the screenplay together for this. David Koepp, for people who don't know, is a crazy career. He wrote Toy Soldiers, Death Becomes Her, Carlito's Way, Mission Impossible, Snake Eyes, Panic Room, the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man. He's got upcoming movies called Kimi, starring Zoe Kravitz, Green Hornet and Kato. The Bride of Frankenstein. We talked about that before, but Javier Bardem is playing Frankenstein's monster.
No way.
So it's like they got some stuff coming out. And then Michael Crichton, he's responsible for books like Congo Sphere, The Andromeda Strain, and he wrote Westworld, the original Westworld in the 70s.
Yep.
He wrote Twister, and he's the creator of ER, as we said.
Wait, so he co-wrote the screenplay for this?
Oh, this goddamn camera keeps going out. He co-wrote.
So like what? So Spielberg must have been like, I want you to cut all this crazy shit out, get all the violence.
Yeah.
He must have given him some notes or something, right? Like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, this is what I want you to do with it. That's neat that he had the original guy. I did not know that, actually. It's probably like in the main goddamn credits. I didn't even like...
Yeah, well, he's full on a co-writer of the movie.
I'm too busy like on a dinosaur high after the movie's done, so I don't even notice. Oh, you got it right, buddy. Here comes the philosophy. Maybe it's on a timer.
No, it's not on a timer.
Maybe it's a tumor.
I think the camera was just loose. We're just going to have to deal with these such things, and now you're kind of off-center.
He's like, what the fuck? He's like, look what you're eating. Who cares?
Here, slide
Somebody
over
shred this carrot.
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? Look at this salmon we're eating.
I just like, oh, it is that dude. That is Elaine's boss, but he's also in the second. He's
Mr. I like my Yankee bean.
Yeah. But it's funny because he's barely.
It is Pittman.
Yeah, he's barely in this, and then and they still brought him back for the next one. So we've got Ariana Richards here, who we know from Tremors, and we've already talked about Tremors and stuff like that at the beginning of this. And then the boy's name escapes me because I forgot to check it, so now I have to look it up. Oops.
See, now we're at 42 minutes and nothing has happened.
Yeah, right? And it's...
Because they're just working you in.
Yeah, and it works,
It totally does.
It just works.
This is like Rambo 3. Like, when it starts, it doesn't stop.
Yes.
Until a fucking tank and a helicopter smash into each other.
Oh, God, we got to get into the Rambo movies.
Sexual
so we can get that
violence. Oh, my God, look at this. Look at this back in the day. Oh, my God, they're playing Donkey Kong Country.
So, in the books, the boy is the computer whiz and the older sibling, and the girl is just a whiny little snot. Like, she legitimately almost wrecks everything. He's trying to call for help. He's the only one doing it, and he's doing it, and she's like, I want to talk, and she just starts smashing buttons, and he's like, stop, you're ruining it. And she's like, I want to go first. And like,
It's like, oh my God.
and then they're sitting there, and there's like friggin' dinosaurs in the building. Like, we have to cry. We have to be quiet. We have to be quiet, or we're gonna get eaten. She's like, I want ice cream. She's like, stop yelling. He's like, I want ice cream now.
Well,
Like,
who would ever act like that?
and that's the whole
Like, the kid
book,
would
man.
be terrified.
That's the whole book.
Like, I'm sure the kid would be like, I don't give a shit the dinosaurs are chasing us. I
Yeah.
want ice cream.
And don't get me wrong, the ice cream looks good. So it's Joseph Mazzello plays
Gelato.
Tim. He was in The Social Network. He's in Bohemian Rhapsody, which I didn't realize. I believe he was in Jumanji, if I'm not mistaken, but I gotta look it up.
I don't know if he was in Jumanji.
I thought he was the kid in Jumanji with Kirsten Dunst, but I might be wrong. He was in G.I. Joe Retaliation. And
That's it.
Raising Helen.
Oh, she's got a crush on you.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, she looks like a young Laura Dern.
Yeah. Oh, he was in the River Wild. Okay, yeah, so it wasn't. Whatever. Oh, Jersey Girl, though, so that's good.
Ooh.
Oh, but it's not that Jersey Girl. It's Jamie Gertz and Dylan McDermott Jersey Girl.
Oh, the good one.
Yeah.
The original.
Hot.
Look at this. Oh, shit. There's a hurricane coming in.
Well,
There's a hurricane coming through.
And what's hilarious is there's an actual hurricane.
There he
hit.
is.
Yep. Finally, some Sam Jackson.
There we go.
The thing I love about Sam Jackson
Product placement,
is
Barbaro.
he was always Sam Jackson.
Yes.
Like, he's just...
I love that Spielberg puts him in this fucking movie.
Oh, God.
Oh. Nobody cares, right?
Yeah.
He's smoking in there. He didn't give a fuck. He's like, there's fucking dinosaurs running around here, motherfucker. I'm
know.
having a cigarette.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I just don't like the idea of smoking in the workplace. It grosses me out.
It's true. I can smoke at my workplace, though, because it's outside of the boat.
That's
But I don't
different.
actually
That
do
is
that
different.
because it's illegal.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, but I could
Yes.
if it wasn't illegal.
But but just being
Oh,
outdoors
yeah.
in general, like, could you imagine me sitting in master control in like this tight, closed-in space, and then like a couple of people smoking? When we went to Vegas,
Like the fucking 80s.
yeah, when we went to Vegas, that was the first thing I noticed is that there's smoking in the airport, and they have this. Or no, there's no smoking in the airport proper, but they have a smoking section where there's like
Right.
it's like there's a casino in the airport, and it's closed in, and the whole thing you can just see the smoke like floating around.
Oh,
and,
yeah, it's like the
people are
bingo
just-
hall. It's like
not
the
even
American
like
casino
ventilation.
back in the day. You could smoke in there. It was just like, oh my God.
Well, you
like,
could smoke indoors at a lot of the places in Vegas, and it's gross. You just want there's certain places are good. They have such good ventilation, you'd never know. Most of the big casinos and stuff. You'll see people smoking. You don't smell smoke unless you're right next to them. But then, like, you go to some of the older casinos, like on Fremont and stuff like that, and the place, you can still smell like friggin' Frank Sinatra's cigarettes in those places. Like,
I love it at my work too because it's a car carrier.
yes.
And it also has a smokestack that shoots when we leave.
Yeah.
A big plume of smoke.
Nice. Does it go?
You cannot be caught smoking.
Yeah.
You could stand next to a transport truck that is spewing exhaust everywhere.
Yeah.
Yet for me to be holding a cigarette is the biggest fucking no-no.
Yeah.
It is such a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Even if you're standing in the middle of the terminal parking lot with not a soul around.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Well, not me, because I'm above the law, but...
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I had 4 Soviet shots. I don't give a fuck.
One day you'll see COVID.
Butterfingers?
You'll feel so good to be right.
Oh, there he is.
So good. This is basically me and this is what my job is, by the way. If anybody's
Drink tab.
Yeah.
Oh, Jolt!
Yeah, there you go. It's me.
Oh my god, he's drinking Jolt.
It's me sitting in front of a lot of computers with a lot
Giving
of status
sass to the boss.
And I give a lot of sass to the boss because I know things that other people just don't know.
That's how the computer works. You plug it in.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. I said Phil Tippett earlier when I said the stop motion. It was Dennis Muren was the guy. Phil Tippett is the... Oh, wait, no.
This.
No, sorry. Dennis Muren's the CG guy.
It's
Phil
like
Tippett's
dad
the guy.
scolding the son, eh?
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah. I like that this is like, this whole place is run by like 2 people.
What's that?
This whole place is like run by 2 people.
I know him too because he's at like the main monitor watching the things and he's at a little TV. Yeah. You think it would just be like a wall of TVs with like an army of clickety clicking and like fucking.
But I did very much appreciate that because they do talk about that because obviously they're not going to have like 40 extras in the background,
right?
Computers and stuff. So they just say he's like, "Hey man, I made this place so you could
fully automated,
so you could run it out with no people." And I was like, "Boom! You've given me the line that makes me buy it." And
so they said that in this.
Yeah, he does. In that little argument, in fact, he's like, "Nobody could have done what I did for the amount of money you paid me."
Yeah, like fuck that.
Yeah, and in the thing, that's the whole reason he did that too, is that he got underpaid, and like I guess like the dude like missed some checks or something like that. Or
I love this too because it makes total sense. They're not going to be just standing right at the gate.
Yeah.
Like, well, what the hell are you going to look at here for fuck's sake?
This is like every zoo experience I've ever had. It's like where is everything? And there's like one spot. There's like one blind spot in the whole paddock, and they're all there.
That's where they are. Yeah.
Cool.
That's
so either they
too. Fuck that.
So either they're all hiding over there, or they've all escaped, and this trip's gonna get really interesting really soon. Ooh, I know what to do. Now that I've used up the stuff there, I'll just bring up the IMDb.
Like they both look at her.
I know. I did.
Seen anything?
I did appreciate that line though.
We're gonna tempt the T-Rex. Oh, this poor goat.
Yeah.
Where'd they get this goat from?
What? Goats are us.
Like where the hell are they getting all the food for these animals? Like, holy fuck.
Well, you got to figure, like, a lot of Costa Rica is, like, agrarian and stuff like that, so they're probably just getting livestock directly from the island.
Oh, my God, what happens when they run out?
Well, that's the thing about livestock. You raise livestock, so you don't really run out, per se.
You got to keep them coming.
Yeah, keep them coming.
10,000 volts will keep a T-Rex off the gate.
Hard disagree.
I know, I don't think so either. 10,000 volts, that ain't fuck all.
No, 10,000 volts is plenty.
Oh, for us?
Yes, yeah, but not for something with
nothing. Fucking just, he takes a big run and hits the gate, or hits the, they look like the things that they have on the highway now.
Yeah.
This goat's going to be the goat's going to live, the goat's going to die of starvation.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's going to probably eat whatever's around him, and then when he reaches the end of his leash.
Yeah. But, I mean...
T-Rex, he's like, what the fuck is this? An hors d'oeuvre?
Yeah. Theoretically, the T-Rex is...
Oh, watch, he gets all pissed here.
I love this. That was the first ever Puff Daddy video. It's the only thing that's missing is Mace next to him. With the That's my Mace impression.
Well, see, they're just doing the first tour just to work out the bugs.
Well, and that's the whole thing, right?
Then they get those crazy bubbles that you can... It should have been like... Although I don't know how the dinosaurs wouldn't fuck with it.
Yeah.
But like a glass-bottom boat that goes over top of the thing so you can look down on them.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, yeah.
But I don't know, whatever. They get dinosaurs here. They can figure that shit out.
Like, to me, this is a helicopter tour.
Yeah.
It's a helicopter tour, and then there's a spot, like, then there's like a place where you go, where then the ones that are free roaming and stuff like that, you can see all of that.
Right, like at
like when they went to see the Brachiosaurus, wherever that was.
In the free roam area.
But like this area where the carnivores are and all that
they
stuff.
could have had a thing too where it was like, where it like, it's like already dug in. Like a tunnel that was not just the top of it is all along the ground.
Yeah.
And it's totally, glass or whatever that these things can't break, and you can just go through there and just keep searching around and there it is, there he is. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do, but I wasn't listening. No, I get what you're saying.
Like a bullet train that could go through just that one.
Yeah.
And you could look at it and it won't be able to.
Even with like a potential, like another like protective glass kind of tube around that.
That's what I'm saying. If the whole thing was freaking made of concrete or something, but it's like it's like this is the ground. It's like this.
Yes.
But then there's like window spots that you could stop and look out and see it, and you could search the whole area.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because he could just step over it if he wants to fuck off over there, right? Like it ain't nothing.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Talking to myself. Is that chaos?
There was like an Etch-a-Sketch there.
Yeah. He started like saying things are chaos theory, like Alanis Moore said things are ironic.
Not ironic at all.
He's like, I'm sitting here by myself. That's chaos theory. No, it's not. It's not a chaos theory.
He's alone.
Isn't it chaos theory?
I like how Nerdry Station looks like my room. Just shit everywhere. No food. Just pop cans.
Us geniuses have to.
That's right.
Such things.
Clutter.
Yeah.
Just garbage everywhere.
My wife will never understand. That's why I told her if we ever got a house, I was like, I'm gonna move all my stuff in. I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get like the podcast and stream and like just the overall content creation station set up. And then if there's enough room for her, I'll send for her.
Nice. Oh, only someone who loves
that
me
means he
would.
likes
like
kids.
he's trying to like.
So Ariana Richards there, she became so into dinosaurs while shooting this movie. She actually went and assisted the paleontologist who was like the technical advisor on the movie. He went and did a dig the following summer, and she was his assistant.
No way.
Dig. So she's interesting because we talked about her during Tremors. Like she's not even an actress anymore, and she's an artist now. It's so beautiful.
That looks still.
Stan Winston does it again.
Fucking right, he does.
But nobody has ever done it as well as Stan Winston, and nobody ever will do it.
I know because they don't do this anymore now.
No. If they do, it's small scale.
This is what makes the movie even better. Is shit like this.
Well, because it's the idea, like the look on their faces is more genuine because you're like, I'm looking at this thing, I'm interacting with it. It's not like a sandbag on the end of a stick
with a tennis ball on it.
Because that was the old thing, like when you see the behind the scenes of Life of Pi. And it's literally just like, it's like a sandbag with like elastics wrapped around it with a stick on the end. And they just put it in his lap and he's petting it. And I'm like, yeah, that's not the same, is it?
Oh, yeah. But, no shit, eh?
God, so beautiful.
She's crying. She's doing a great acting job.
Yeah. I'd cry my eyes out, I think, if I saw like...
I'd cry my eyes out when I saw the poop he took.
Oh, yeah.
I want to take poops like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Just pop his little tongue pustule there, girl. Lick it.
Oh, that'd be amazing. That's not that interesting.
Check this out.
Yeah. So in the book, because they never answer the question what was happening, they give a theory as to what was happening, because she's like, oh, is she eating this? And they're like, no, she doesn't eat that. They don't eat that. And then they found some
in the poop.
But essentially what happens is it was in the book, it's a stegosaur, but because they don't have the proper teeth for chewing, they do the same thing that birds do, which is swallow rocks to break it down and stuff like that. So what happened is where they're swallowing the rocks, there were lilac berries. And they were scooping up all the lilac berries, because what happens is, like, eventually the stones smooth out in the belly, and they regurgitate them, and then go get more like rough rocks and eat those. So yeah, that's the whole
really. That sounds awful.
Yeah,
what a way to stones.
Yeah, I've been doing that my whole life.
Throw some gravel in there just to grind it all up.
I pass a kidney stone every 2 days.
You swallow. Just pure hell.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I wish I could CG it down.
Oh, he's like, yep. Oh, it's coming. All right.
Yeah. So let's talk about the hurricane that actually came in real life. It's Hurricane Iniki, I think it was.
Like while they were filming.
Yeah, while they were filming. So they had to take the hotel they were all staying at. They had to take all of them, and they said, you're all coming to the ballroom because it's the central area and like away from the windows and stuff. Nobody could find Richard Attenborough. Richard Attenborough slept through the entire hurricane. And somebody asked him, they're like, how did you sleep through the entire hurricane? He's like, my dear boy, I slept through the... He's like, I survived through the Blitz. He's like...
He's like, that was nothing.
Yeah.
You got that right. Holy fuck!
I have questions about that shit though.
Shit like bigger than the dinosaur was.
I was gonna say that's taller than his asshole for certain.
Wow, he really gave her. It pushes him up.
I feel like it would poop more on like scat, like a moose or something. Just big, just like good
ploppings.
Yeah, like large grapefruit size scat. Yeah. You know, scat.
Dinosaur poop.
That's why whenever I poop, I scat for the length of
dinosaur
time.
scats.
I do that. What's it called? Samantha from Sex and the City. There, I do her scat thing. Did you ever see that video? We talked about it before.
Oh yes, yeah. I've never seen it though.
We bop the re-bears and take the she bears and zip zap hooray! It's her and like. Oh god! Like when I saw that video, I understood everything I ever needed to understand about her. It's like, why do people say she's so difficult to work with? And I saw that, and I'm like, I totally get it now.
Look at that, eh?
Oh man,
that is fucking unreal.
That guy, I'm trying to remember who that guy was supposed to be. He's like some other like technical, but he's not an actor by any means. You know who he reminds me of? You remember the one guy who was like the hairy-chested lifeguard in. Like the hairy-chested lifeguard with the mustache in Baywatch.
Yes,
he was just like he was always there. He had no lines.
Look
but
at
he was
this
always...
like footage from like a different camera that they just threw in there.
Yeah, that was definitely stock.
Look at the water coming in here.
Yeah. But here's another thing. So you're deciding to put together this awesome thing that people are going to go to. Why would you go to a place where hurricanes decimate it like every 36 hours? It's like, we got to get in and out really quick because the 13 more hurricanes are coming through.
It's like the hurricane special.
Yeah.
It really revs up the dinosaurs. All that water hitting their scales.
Yeah. While I don't know its actual feasibility, it's probably not feasible at all. I loved the explanation they gave for how they got the dinosaur DNA.
Out of the I dig it too. My only thing is that you're telling me a little mosquito is going to bite through a dinosaur's skin?
Mm-hmm. I was going to say they probably could. There's probably spaces on a dinosaur that they could get to.
Like they're so huge.
Like it's so huge, and there's got to be just like even around the lips and stuff like that they could get
something.
Like,
I don't know,
but
man.
Like the hide on the side, they wouldn't be able to get through the hide like that unless they've got. Of course, you're talking about a time when mosquitoes were probably also considerably larger.
Those ones were pretty small.
Those ones were
probably
small,
tough as nails because it is dinosaur times.
Yeah,
so their thing could probably
And we bring up the obvious little foible of this. The movie and the book are called Jurassic Park, and all the dinosaurs almost are from the Cretaceous period.
Right. Ooh, drop the mic.
So we're going to go, no, they're too expensive.
Here we fucking go.
We're going to proceed for the next hour or however long this movie is. We're just going to boo for the rest of the time now. Boo.
Let's get into it. Boo.
Pretend it's Halloween Kills. Boo. Occasionally. I love that. I didn't realize how long it was between this and part 2. There was 4 years between the two movies. Yeah. Because he took off, so he did this and then he did Schindler's List. And then he took a bunch of time off. I think actually it was 4 years between Schindler's List and that. But
so he did this, then he did Schindler's List? Yeah. Oh, what a fucking movie. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Man. Like that guy, he can make any movie.
True. He's the greatest director of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, oh, mine too. And like they made that joke. It was a Community thing where like Chang like becomes an actor and he gets hired for Steven Spielberg's animated movie about Play-Doh. And he's like, you're playing the color blue in Play-Doh or whatever. And he's like, yeah.
It's funny because that seems like a movie they would actually make now.
Oh yeah.
There was a movie starring emojis.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Oh, did I do that? There we go.
I don't think the poop emoji really got his due in that film.
No, his doo-doo? Ah! Although I give it up to them for hiring Patrick Stewart to play the shit emoji.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
I never saw the movie. I was like, come on.
I watched. Yeah, it's whatever. They did good hiring though, because like T.J. Miller is supposed to be a meh emoji, and his parents are also meh emojis, played by.
Wasn't he canceled?
Well, for a bit. I don't know where he's at right now.
He's still canceled.
And then Stephen Wright was his dad in it, and Jennifer Coolidge was his mom.
That's amazing.
And they're both like Stephen Wright as a meh emoji. Of course it is.
Of course.
It was so good. But like, who else was
That's how
that?
movie sounds. Just
Maya
you
Rudolph.
explaining them playing those characters.
Yeah.
Maybe the movie's smarter than I take it for.
No, well, I mean, there's thought put into it, but it's still a dumb movie. Yeah, we are fucking, if that's what you're asking.
Just because I'm not like all over her every second.
Yeah. He's like, I'd be fucking her right now if it wasn't for you. Trying to cock.
Oh, they're still gonna bang later.
Yeah. Yeah, the things are stopped. He's like, well, nothing else to do. He's just going at her, and like Tim's in the seat next to him, and he's like still asking him about other like.
Fine.
He's like,
I thought he was actually called nerdery.
Yeah, no. It's a Nedry.
Oh, here we fucking go.
It's Dennis Nedry. This should be an escape room. You're Nedry, and you have to get all the
all the
things
embryos and bring them to the. I think those escape rooms are done. I don't even know now that the COVID.
Yeah.
I feel bad for the people that sit up there, but it was like, what are you gonna do with the next one? It's like once you do the escape room, that's it.
Yeah.
Like no, but they all new people rolling through all the time.
Well, they swap out rooms too. Like they'll have some for a while, and then they'll swap one of them out for a room, and they keep them pretty fresh. I've done a bunch of them, and they're fun. I always have fun.
I know. I think they're totally fun, but I think it's not something that will sustain itself for.
No, it's a fad like anything else. Like there's a lot of those going on. Like
there's a bottle of Jolt. I wonder if that was another.
Probably.
But Jolt is like such a funny one. Like,
yeah.
But they went with the right one for that character.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
So that's what makes me actually feel like it's not a product placement as much as it's kind of a benefit
like
to
a
Jolt.
proper.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Jeep was definitely a product placement.
Must be.
You see the Jeep logo 40,000 times.
Yeah, but it makes sense. That's what they're driving.
Yeah.
They're driving Jeeps.
This is just a reminder.
For fuck's sakes.
Yeah. See, the one thing that all of those Jeeps should have, though, is a fucking compass. Because you know how easy it would be.
Who did the music of this? John Williams?
Of course, John Williams.
Of course.
Did. Of course he did.
Right when he did this neat, like, right when he moved the arrow to the first direction, there was like the sound that they.
Oh, yeah. You know what I would like?
I told you that's for Marlboro or Marlboro's. That's another.
What I would really like, I would like somebody to do like Bugs Bunny style score for like an action movie. So like somebody sneaking.
Boing.
Do, 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 do. Yeah. And then when you see all the big machines being made,
yeah, we never watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh man, yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of stuff.
I mean, we've only seen 500 movies. There's so many more.
By the time this comes out, I'll have reviewed. I've got a few other reviews I'm doing. I'm doing Dope Sick with Michael Keaton.
Oh. He has come back, man. He is good. He's all the way back.
He's one man I wish never left. And then I'm gonna be doing that Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh yeah, with the new Home Alone. Yeah.
British Home Alone.
Who's the new Marvin?
Ellie Kemper and the guy who plays David.
It's Ellie Kemper.
Yeah, it's Ellie Kemper and the guy who played David Wallace in The Office.
David Wallace.
He was Michael's boss for most of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Who by the way was an accountant before he was on The Office.
They're the bad guys.
Yeah, they're the bad guys.
Oh my god, I love Ellie Kemper. I have to see it now.
Yeah. Josh Gad was supposedly in it too, but I don't like. He's not the parents. The parents are British.
They're British.
They're British. Yeah, that was good. I love how jerky everybody is to the kids.
Nobody likes kids.
I love my kids.
Fresh water.
Yeah. Yeah, that would probably taste amazing.
Fuck.
I want to go to Costa Rica. Costa Rica is supposed to be one of those places too that's really like a cheap place to go and just enjoy the shit out of. I'd like to do that, but I'm gonna leave everybody behind. I'm gonna just go do it alone.
Yeah. You're gonna say you're going to Costa Rica. You'd be at fucking Disneyland.
Yeah, I'm always gonna end up wandering.
Yeah, here's me from Costa Rica.
Yeah, it's just like It's like I can clearly see that that's like the friggin' lightsaber shop.
This is a cool story.
Yes, so this is this is one of the first. I'll let you tell this one.
Okay, this is a good one. I know that the guy, they had this scene, Spielberg, like the guy's only job was to like
make it vibrate.
Was to make the rings. He wanted like droplets in the water. They couldn't figure out how to do it. And it was like the night before, this guy's like agonizing. He's like, oh my God, this is like my one main job.
Yeah.
I'm sure he had other things. And then he figured out you could use it. So the kid is bending over and hitting a bass guitar string that's boom. And the vibration of it is... I don't know how they figured it out though, but like at the last, like the 11th hour,
he had a glass. He was trying to figure it out, and he had the glass sitting on his guitar at home, and he plucked the string. And when he plucked the string, the perfect concentric circles were coming out. So what they did is they rigged a guitar string up through the dash, so it's right up pressed against the dash, and then when they pressed it, it caused that.
Oh, he knows that the gate's down now, buddy. Here we go.
What made him test it, though?
That is amazing. Look at that.
That's so good. So something that happened in the, like during the course of the filming is the animatronics would get like the shivers.
The shakes. Yeah, the T-Rex would get the shakes.
So, but what was scary was it wouldn't happen necessarily in the middle of their shooting. It would happen while they were all off. So they're all off to the side, like eating or something. And then out of nowhere, the dinosaur just starts shaking. And you just have to deal with that. And you're just like, oh my God.
He's nervous.
But they were like, it was terrifying because the thing was shut off and all of a sudden it started like
starts moving around and shit.
And literally the crew, like all the grips and everybody, they had to like toss towels over the guy and like rub him down, like to like quote unquote warm him up.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. There's a lot of bending and shit going on.
Oh shit. Woo! God. There he is.
Still so good.
Looks pretty good.
Like, pretty good. This is like, think of the lighting.
It's dark and in the rain.
Yeah, the lighting challenges alone, and like with the water, like it's interacting with so much. So, I have here the combination.
The voice is cool too.
The voice is a mix of a lot of interesting guys.
I like his voice, whatever, his scream, his.
It's a dog, a penguin, a tiger, an alligator, and an elephant, and then sometimes the lower end ones have a walrus in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking A, what a fucking job they do.
Yeah. Just
like, give me the sound of this dinosaur.
Sound guys are geniuses too, because like to find those combinations is like, and the right, like, because if you because if I just told you find me those 6 sounds or 5 sounds, whatever,
oh my God,
and then combine them to make a roar, you would like call it would just
You know what's crazy that we're watching this movie because I did not know. I just literally like 2 days ago watched it where it was a cat. Instead of a dinosaur, it was a cat.
Yes. I saw that video.
It was like fucking A.
I saw that video. That was funny.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, that's my cat, right? Oh, she's not there. Oh, she's still there. Right. There she is. That's basically kind of a nutshell. Carrie's so goddamn allergic to
Turn the fuck out. I think you're saying to dinosaurs.
No, she's fine with dinosaurs.
Oh, my shit.
Whenever we have dinosaurs around the house, the dander doesn't bother her at all. Dino dander.
He's checking this shit out.
I know. He's really figuring it out. There's one shot here that I still don't understand. We'll see in a minute, and I'll point it out at that point. But
shut up, kid.
Yeah, I know, eh? And I love that she's still like, the flashlight. See, they did such a better...
God.
They did such a better job with the kids in this than in the book, because the kids... the kids in the book are insufferable, especially
you want them to die. Look at how close the windshield almost gets falling off.
Yeah.
I think that would be scary as fuck, even faking it, like with this big fucking thing.
You imagine if that was part of like the Jurassic Park ride? If all of a sudden you looked up and the dinosaur's head came down, like even if it didn't come through, obviously, it just like slammed into the top.
I think it looks good still.
It does. It looks great.
Fucking right on.
I love this kind of aggression too. Like this was like
eat his guts out. See, this is what he would have done to his prey.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, that tastes like shit.
This is like legit. Like it's scary and like a.
I like that they're just watching the kids get eaten, or for what they think at first, right? Wow, we just watched the kids get eaten like a box of candy at the movies.
Nothing for it now, right? So, Sam Neill injures himself during this when he does the.
See, like there's so much happening.
I know, for sure.
Now they're digging into the mud. It's like, holy shit.
So when he does the flare, when he put like the flare, like why is it shining off of him like that?
What do you mean?
That like when you there at the beginning with the flare, it was like shining off of him like a laser, and I was like, I don't think it does that, but like that always bothered me. Oh, he was so dumb.
Holy shit!
So brave, but so dumb and so sexy. Look at that skin tight shirt.
He's like, throw the thing. Nope.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Yeah.
I wasn't even scared in on the toilet. I was just already there.
Yeah, exactly. Because all that sea bass went right
you got
through.
lucky there, bud. They didn't put that bathroom together too well.
There's a I can't remember the name of the show. It's a YouTube show, and it was about.
Ooh.
It was basically
they showed a lot there for PG-13.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know.
Is this PG-13?
Yeah, I think so. But there's there's this YouTube show. It's kind of like a MythBusters kind of thing, but it's like a would it kill you in the movies. It's called, like, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's something like that.
Did they do the T-Rex eating the guy?
Yes.
They're like, would this really kill you? A T-Rex eating you off the toilet? Yes.
Well, no, but they were talking about bite force, and like they were just testing all that kind of stuff. Like, what part of this, like, is the shaking to death, or could he just like?
I'm
just
sure the biting did it to you.
Yeah. So, but it was just cool, and they use like a lot of like YouTube content creators and stuff like that, and like the guy who I watch more than anything did this one.
Yeah, because they said that they have really bad eyesight, eh?
Yeah, they have
T-Rexes or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, they're
the boy still in the car?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't have. They only really detect motion, and they don't have really good 3D vision.
Oh fuck!
Supposedly.
Like they guess, right? How the fuck do they know?
Well, they do. Basically, what they do is they have to base things off of other animals, and then it's like, well, this T-Rex, its eyes are set like this kind of animal, and this animal has these problems, and based on its size or whatever, like it's reasonable to assume that they're having the same issues.
Right.
So.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. I love that. Like, this is just a little thing, because if you have kids, you understand that. It's like stop everything. You're choking me.
Yeah, of course you got a Spielberg scene where this is right. Now they gotta escape from the car that's falling off the cliff.
Yes. So
whoa.
That was really good. But like
he's still in the car.
But like you said, you know what this is? Like, picture this as a boxing.
He's like, I did that.
Yeah. Picture this as a boxing match where like the first couple of rounds are like little jabs here and there. It's just like, little dinosaur. Oh, you get to see this thing. Oh, you get teased with this little thing. And then the rest of the movie is just Mike Tyson go whack, 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 whack. Over.
I heard that Mike Tyson's going to fight. You know what's fucking funny? Not funny, but pathetic.
Yeah.
Is that like you get Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather and it's a draw.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need, like, come on now.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't knock the living shit out of Logan Paul, but they paid him so much money that they made it a draw.
Yeah.
And now Mike Tyson is going to fight Logan Paul. And if it's a fucking draw, they better riot. Because Mike Tyson will just rip his head off.
Yeah. Like, I want Mike Tyson to not only take out Logan Paul, but then go after Jake.
Oh, my God, yes. But he better not, man. I'd be like, okay, sure, I'll do that. Give me the money. And then first just knock his head right off.
Here's what I want. I want you remember, have you ever seen that 5-on-5 UFC?
No.
It's in Russia. It's 2 teams of 5, and they go at each other. And then, like, if one
like
person taps out,
5-on-5 rumble.
Yeah, and then if one person taps out, they're out. Now it's 5-on-4. And it goes
like Survivor Series.
And then you go, and then the round ends when everybody's done. Like, the rounds are really quick.
Right.
Because inevitably one person ends up tapping, and then it becomes an outnumbered situation, right? And you get points based on that, based on how many guys you've got left when the round's over and stuff like that.
Oh, you were on the round.
It was like,
there you go.
I want one team to be Logan Paul, Jake Paul, throw Machine Gun Kelly in there, and Joe Rogan, and then like
what? Why would this road be in the middle of their?
Oh, did you hear that? There was a legitimate
slide.
There was a slide whistle.
Yeah, like I said, they're doing a lot of goofy sound effects with him.
Yeah, but like that blew my mind.
Like I said, when he turned the sign, there was a goofy sign effect too. Yeah. Maybe this one is like you can be in your car because they're just little guys.
Yeah.
But like this is like an access tunnel that's in the middle of their enclosure, which just seems very dangerous on its own.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they're just dealing with what they've got. I would love to have a truck with like a winch and stuff like this. I would never know what to do about.
This is all you do, like Nathan Drake.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like
play
pull your
that
car out of the mud and jump around like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I do a lot of jumping around like an idiot, but
Not like Mario jumping, not precision, just like jump. Ow!
True fact. When I jump 3 times, I do a big flip and go yahoo!
Look at this guy.
I'm still really mad at how people are freaking out over the casting of the Super Mario Brothers animated thing.
Oh, they freak about everything.
Well, it's like, do you really want the guy who goes, "It's-a me, Mario," being the voice of an entire movie?
Yeah, well, I was under the impression
Jesus
that he
Christ.
wouldn't even be the guy. He wouldn't speak. Everybody else would talk.
Yeah, no, he's
Like, and that would be like the joke in the movie that Mario doesn't say anything.
yeah, no, it's
But
like
whatever. Who cares? It's a fucking movie.
Yeah, but it's like, and people are like, Jack Black is Bowser. Yeah, I'd like to see that. It's a fucking voice.
Yeah, it's a
Like, who
cartoon
cares?
movie for fuck's sakes. What do you want it to be? A silent movie?
Yeah, yeah, no, but he won't. They want like. I did that and it instantly bothered my throat.
Yep.
That was a mistake. I like they gave this guy a lot of puppy
That
qualities.
guy's awesome looking too.
The lava sword. There was a lot going. There was a lot like of logistical problems with that one too, because it had to move like very naturally, and then it had to have the things that popped out, and like there's like a million little aspects of this.
Oh, this guy's fucking badass.
Again,
See them sharp teeth?
yeah, another dinosaur I would choose not to have on this island because it shoots poison into your eyes. That's like that's kind of its number one
He's
thing.
like, what the shit?
Yeah.
You missed, bud.
It's like when you see the video of that turtle ejaculating. See, I always miss.
Does it burn?
Yeah, well, it's toxic, right? So, I always thought that somehow this was going to lead to the sequel. Like somebody was going to find that and
I
take it
thought
off
so
the
too.
island, but
Or something was going to happen with it.
yeah,
When you watch like Minority Report too,
Yeah.
there's this scene where, oh fuck, he's riding shotgun, motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's like, I want to drive. Should just let him drive.
yeah, I would have.
Where like the scene is like he's chasing his like ripped out eyeballs.
Yes.
And they're like, it's like goofy, and he's like running after them, and they're bouncing around.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
I was like, what? And there's like goofy music too, and I'm just like, what the shit? Like,
That is Spielberg at his most childlike. Where he's like, wouldn't it be funny if we did
gonna
this?
chase his eyeballs out, which is funny because it's cool, but I'm like, all of a sudden, it's
Yeah.
like zany.
And then, there's one person there who's about to speak up and go, you know what, maybe that's a stupid idea. And somebody takes him by the arm and they're like, he's right. It's Spielberg.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
right. All right.
Your
We'll
hands
just.
are nice and warm.
Thank you. Yeah, I've been clenching my fists because I've been afraid of punching something.
Is it me?
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
No, I gotta punch myself.
Where's
in
the kid?
balls.
Where's the boy?
He's up in the tree still.
Oh.
But he was just getting her secured.
Oh my god, now there's gonna be some sewer dinosaur comes out.
It's just like a perfect like basilisk and just like
Yeah.
slithering through. No offense, I'd
Oh,
let this
fuck.
kid die. I'm not going up that tree. I like the
Just
smallest
jump down.
the smallest movement that like all those branches are failing and just that's the end.
Oh fuck. Oh, the tree noises, eh?
Oh. I like that he's just complaining the whole time. I hate trees.
Goddamn
I
kids.
don't like to climb.
Hate trees, hate kids.
Yeah.
Not
Hey,
really into Jeeps.
really not a fan of jeeps and trees and kids. Also, ska, what's that all about?
Here
This
it
is-
is. Turn the
this
radio
movie's
on, kid. Turn
pre-Scott.
the radio on.
Yeah. If you turn it to the ska channel, so help me God. I love
He's like,
this.
no, I'm not okay. This fucking dinosaur just kicked me off a cliff.
I love that. I threw up. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you wrecked the car. Way to go, kid.
Like,
Fucking
let's-
ruin the car.
Let's talk about Sam Neill for a bit. I wrote down all the movies he was in. We just didn't talk about it. Well, not all.
In the
them,
Mouth of
but-
Madness.
In the Mouth of Madness being one of them, obviously. The Piano Sirens.
Event Horizon.
Event Horizon is probably my favorite. Well, other than this movie, like my favorite movie with him in it. It was so good. He was in the Tudors, Peaky Blinders. He played.
Oh, he's in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah,
Ah.
he played actor Odin in Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that's right.
And is also playing actor Odin in Thor: Love and Thunder.
That's amazing. I love that they picked him. They're like, yeah, let's get Sam Neill to be this guy.
Sam Neill, Matt
He
Damon.
just was there in New Zealand.
Sam Neill, Matt Damon, and Luke Hemsworth.
I feel like
The three of
Sam
them.
Neill
So
should have
good.
been in like Lord of the Rings. as someone.
Sam Neill, 100%. I think we talked about this at the time. Sam Neill easily steps in for Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, totally.
Like he could have easily been
oh shit.
Elrond.
Oh shit.
I'm surprised they didn't find something, even like a small role. Just as like a, hey, you're here, like what the hell, let's do it. Dude from Dude from Flight of the Conchords was in the movie and has no lines.
Yeah, what happened to those dudes?
Mm-hmm.
Tense music starts.
Well, that particular guy wrote all the music for like the Muppets and stuff. He's been doing, like he's got an Oscar.
Oh, I gotta see that Halloween Muppets one. I missed. Yeah. I haven't been on Disney Plus this week. I'm trying to catch up on wrestling.
Yeah. And then the other guy, I think, is in What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh shit! Yes.
Yeah.
That's Taika Waititi.
Yes. Well,
I don't think he was in Flight of the Conchords, but he's
no.
Yeah. Oh
no,
shit!
Yeah. Sam Neill has a pretty interesting one coming up too. He's in a movie called Assassin Club. I don't know who specifically he is in it, but it's about an assassin who's hired to kill 7 different people, and all 7 of those people were hired to kill him. So that's interesting.
It's funny how
I love that's a great line. That's a great line.
They pulled the old Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah. No, that's a Buster Keaton.
Oh, Buster Keaton, yeah.
That was
Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton was, hot take. Buster Keaton was superior to Charlie Chaplin.
Whoa!
In every way. Because he did like death-defying shit. I agree. I
haven't seen really a whole lot, but the clips I see of Buster Keaton are wicked.
Yeah,
like going through the clock and all this shit and
But everything he did, like, because there was effects, it was creative, it was filmmaking. Whereas Chaplin just did these little numbers. For the most part.
Right. Whimsical numbers.
I'm not saying I've seen everything of Chaplin, and I'm not saying that Chaplin wasn't a genius for his time. I'm just saying that I liked Keaton better. Keatons are always better. Alex P. Keaton, way better
now you left your old lady with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, quick, put some pressure on my groin.
Shit.
That would be the best.
You're lucky, buddy.
That'd be the best. He doesn't even have a cut. He's just like, please nurse me back to health. And when I mean nurse, I mean...
oh, fuck.
Were there rings?
I can't remember what happens with them.
Oh, no, because he came out after. I was like, where did she get the raincoat?
I think
she came from the building.
Yeah, so. I think they go back to the main terminal building or something,
They do. Well, they were already there, but they're back again.
Right. Mr. Reynolds?
I'm sorry. I'm a selfish man. I would not be spending this much time looking for people. I see the car down there. I assume they're all dead inside. Let's keep moving.
What are those?
If they show up later, I'll be happy. Their adventure in the book is way bigger too. There's
like them.
Sam Neill and the kids. There's a whole bit where
and
there's another guy involved, so he ends up I think they meet up with Muldoon at some point, but they actually took a scene, and there's a scene in Jurassic Park 3 that's from the first book where it's all of them in they're on like a raft on the river, and there's a T-Rex like stalking them on the river and trying to like pick them off when he can and stuff like that.
Oh, fuck me.
This is so good. We've described this before, but when we did the when we were canoeing and the storm came in, this is you looking backwards and looking at the thing. Now, I mean,
you're the chick.
Yes, which is usually the case, but
oh, fuck.
This was a good effect that they did here. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but it looks good. Like, it's
I guess like right there in the mirror, opposite in the mirror, may appear closer than they are. I wrote that song with Meatloaf years ago.
Nice. The way that that branch broke made no sense, because like the spot that should have just fallen to the ground pivoted away, but we let it go.
Well, because he was kicking at it.
It looked good. No, but because it was up here, like the branch is like this. And then, so this is the side that's got no support. And when it hit in the middle, it went like this.
Imagine like you could have like, yeah, exactly. Like in the ride.
They should have
like you could actually have a real looking T-Rex come at you.
There's a way to do that.
Like you put him on a track.
I was just going to say exactly the same thing. You put him on the track, you use the sound effects and like just thumps.
Have the ground.
And like you could do all that, and then like you can have him moving his legs and stuff. You wouldn't see his feet really well anyways because the way you're situated. That's totally doable. It would be like difficult, but it's doable.
Fucking right. They could do it for Carnosaur.
They could do it for Carnosaur. Best movie ever made.
You know, we need to watch Mosquito.
Oh my God, I haven't even thought about Mosquito in so long.
Imagine the big mosquitoes they have out here. Holy fuck.
Well, they said like they
This looks like the tree of life or some shit. Look at the fucking size of this thing.
Well, they talk about like when you go to the rainforest and stuff, like the insects, because the insects, they can only grow based on like the amount of oxygen they can take in. So they need a place that's super oxygen rich to be able to get big because of the spiracles.
Right.
So that's why you can go and get a butterfly the size of a dinner plate at like in the Amazon. So to go back to their time when there was so like the whole place, like it was like oxygen that you had to like cut through with a machete. Like
thick ass oxygen.
Like, there would probably be mosquitoes that like you would have to fist fight to like keep from biting you. Like bam.
Like when Homer comes out of the thing and they're like, "Fuck, don't fuck with Tommy." He's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
He punches like a giant mosquito and like.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fantastic.
My favorite
one was the beginning. He's like, the tiniest change you make will undo everything. Stupid bug, you go squish
Yeah,
now.
that's it. Still haven't seen the Raptors yet. You got the other old last actor, the Raptors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, I just love that like Spielberg, like I don't care that these things are like the size of small dogs, or just put them in, make them big, make them deadly.
Fucking right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said that, and then they found the Utah Raptor.
And then they found the Utah Raptor.
Oh, look, he's like, fuck, set of my keys.
Ironically, in New Jersey.
I thought that was going to like come into play later. Like he was going to stab the raptor in the belly with it or something.
Oh, that would have been so great. Either that or do the worst thing in the world where he has to like jump and grab onto something and he
sweet. Or he ties like a rope to it and has to.
Yeah. Oh, I'm fine with that. Like a grappling hook? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on sword with that. I'm on sword with that. Jesus Christ. I'm on dinosaur.
I would never at any point in time go to the bathroom. No. This would be one adventure where I'm waiting until I get out of the woods, because who the hell knows what's going to jump out and fucking...
We're trying to run. I'm like, oh, and they're like, no, like, just go poop. No.
The old poop and run. They could probably smell you, too. They'll smell your human excrement.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't smell like dinosaur shit.
I love
It's like when a chick farts. You're like, what the fuck is that?
I love that this is like the first, like, his first big lie. I'll stay up all night. Don't you guys worry.
He's the first one out.
Yeah. They're drawing dicks.
Oh, he threw it.
That doesn't seem smart. All of a sudden, one of the brachiosaurs picks it up and is like,
The evolution, which never should have happened.
You know what I love, though? Is one of the things they do in this movie is they kind of like make fun of the merchandising that they could do with this place, and then it becomes like one of the most merchandisable
things ever,
franchises like on the planet.
Sort of like in It Chapter 2, where the one character is a novelist and everybody says to him, "I don't like your endings." Like, you know, as a little dig to Stephen King.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing of you know, well, he was the first one to put something in his movies, was he not? In E.T., the Reese's Pieces was the first product placement ever, was it not?
I think it was the first big deal.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the first product placement.
But the first, give us a shit ton of money, we'll put fucking Reese's Pieces in this fucker. But what, are you going to make up some fake chocolate bar? You might as well reuse a real one.
No, absolutely.
He's going to be turned to fucking Reese's Pieces. You know what? Somebody fucking said to me, their kids went trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
And they had, I cannot believe, this is like a really rich white neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like over, I don't know, like close to $1 million homes.
Okay. Well, that's
and this really narrows it down for people if they know who I'm running with. And the kids' bags, I shit you not, are like 20 pounds a bag.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is of just straight candy. There's no pop. The pop's been picked out.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we get a half decent haul, out of here.
Yeah.
You know, up the street and into the ghetto and all there. Yeah. But this was like beyond. Yeah. Because this is like, they only go to like 3 streets and everybody's just like, have a box. Like,
well, you know what happened? We ended up, I don't know what really happened, but we went like, it just seemed to end up being late. It was like 8:30 and there was nobody out. And like everybody was home already, and we were going to houses, and they were like, "Yeah, we're just like they're all just trying to be done." One woman had a full bowl, and she just dumped out the bowl.
He's like, "My stories are on."
Yeah, and she just like was like,
"Thanks, lady."
Like there were just anyways, people who were like, "I want to be done."
When I was there, I picked out Reese's Pieces. Like I dug through the kid's bag and I was like, oh, Reese's Pieces. And they were like, that's what you picked out of there. And I was like, yeah, that is, you just watched me pick it.
Well, I have a son.
I was like, I like Reese's Pieces. I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Yeah.
You know, I'm usually a chips guy, but when I go for chocolate, I like the peanut butter.
Yeah. This was Reese's Haul.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? All over there?
Yeah, we did the usual kind of neighborhood. So I like it's hard to see, but it won't
Nobody
focus.
can see anything.
Yeah, it didn't focus.
That looks like a picture of the Last Supper. Like,
well, it will be if he eats it all. He'll die. He'll die. But and then I'll show you this. This isn't for anybody. This was Reese was an Among Us character.
That costume looks hilarious.
It's so fun. And you know what?
How does this stay blown up?
That's a little fan that's constantly pumping it.
That's hilarious.
But what was really funny was he was so proud. Like my heart just
you can see him. He's like, yeah, look at me.
But every house he went to, they're like, your costume is amazing. And he just looked up at me and he's like, Daddy, everybody loves my costume. And I'm like, yeah, that's my boy. Like, and that's why you spend too much money on a costume, because of that moment. It's like I spent. The only
like I just got that mask.
Yeah, I spent like so much money on costumes this year. I never do. Usually it's usually what I do is like on like the first, I go out and I buy a bunch of costumes for the kids and I give them to them for Christmas. And they end up being one of those costumes for Halloween.
They'll pick, right.
But Abby this year, so I bought her from Comic-Con, like the last time Comic-Con happened. I bought her a Harry Potter robe and like the Hermione wand and all the good stuff. So she's gone as Hermione the last couple Halloweens.
Cool. She likes it, so what?
So, and that's perfect, and I'm on board. And then Reese was like, he wanted to be a skeleton.
That looks like a real one.
Yeah, that is real, because it's just the head. But yeah, he wanted to be a skeleton. Then he said he wanted to be an Among Us character. And I'm like, oh, if I can find it, I'm going to do it. Because like nobody else is going to be doing that. And sure enough, there were none.
Nobody else was an Among. You didn't see it. I've never seen that costume before either. That costume's fucking awesome.
It's really cool.
Where'd you get it at?
I bought it online.
Oh,
no,
right.
I bought it online. It wasn't at Spirit. I got my costume. I was Tiger King and my wife was a tiger. I'll put the picture up here somewhere as we're going. We'll put those pictures up. I'll let the people see.
Or petting them, the big old cow.
Oh, I know. Then the kid jams.
Here's the thing too that's going on. They're all kind of sick. The dinosaurs.
Yeah. Yeah, that
like
is
something's going on with them.
Yeah.
Their DNA breeding.
Well, I think somebody makes a point, or it was in a deleted scene or something, or in the book, or no, I think it was in the book where he actually says like the oxygen levels is like the environment's not the same, despite the fact that you've tried to recreate it.
Right.
It's like nothing's the same. It's like the climate's not the same. The oxygen levels aren't the same. Like it's all different. That's so awesomely gross. And it's on her lip too. Like
it's a big old bubble.
So good.
Big old dinosaur snot bubble. Ugh. I feel like the second one was a lot more hardcore.
The second one,
like with the mercenaries getting all killed and.
Oh, absolutely. But well, there's only a couple real spots.
Shit.
But the thing was, they gave you people who deserved it.
Yes, yeah. Like
so they were like
the death count is much higher because everybody makes it out other than the lawyer.
Well, and this one there's only like 8 people to start. There's like 40 people.
There's a much higher body count. Yeah, body counts in the house.
And they brought in that Latino guy whose job is to get like brutally murdered.
Oh, he got stepped on.
He gets stepped on. Peter Stormare gets eaten by tiny things because he's an asshole.
Yeah, he plays a good asshole. Yeah. I like him.
I'm trying to think, because like he feels like he's a Spielberg mainstay, but the only things I can think of him are Jurassic Park 2 and Minority Report.
Right.
But like it feels like he's in everything from like
he's Bill Paxton to James Cameron.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's not true, but it feels like that. Actually, I think moreover is the guy from Ready Player One is that now, because he was also in the BFG and he's in like all those other movies.
Sheridan?
I don't remember his name.
Ready Player One was a good movie.
I enjoyed Ready Player One. The movie.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Sexy shot. I have the you've probably seen in one of these videos my Jurassic Park video, and it's all like the kind of like Funko shaped guys, and it's him posed out like that too, and it's so adorable.
He's doing some good pain acting because he's in pain.
Yes. Yeah.
He's not like feeling so hot. He's
a little drugged too, because I think they got meds.
Should have come up with some Sam Jackson C's.
in the book, he's laid out and he's in a hotel room. And he's just laid out like he's about to die. Like they're literally like he's infected. It's all bad.
Infected,
and the whole time, yeah, because like his wounds get infected and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
they're infected with a dinosaur DNA.
Yeah.
He turns into half dinosaur, half man.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard the second book yet, but we're looking forward to it. Actually, that's the next one I'm getting on Audible is the Lost World book because I'm curious. I wasn't gonna do it, but now I'm finishing the final Thrawn trilogy. And I'm too curious now to skip.
Oh, right. So the first group of guys, the kids and Buddy, they got the T-Rex.
Yes.
They get the Raptors.
Yes. The second group gets more of the Raptors. Well, because what happens is...
Well, because they're being attacked by Raptors, they're coming there.
Yes. So, like, these guys encounter a few Raptors, but then, like, because the other place is a preserve... And they said once it all went wild, everybody got territorial. And then, of course, the central area, which is the place they need to go, is where all the velociraptors are.
Right, their little container there.
Yeah.
Their little Lego containment unit.
Which is when you find out that they're...
There you go. Yeah. Best line in the movie.
Butts. Yeah. But that's when you find out...
Okay, this is... Okay.
Yeah.
We find out later why he says this. Hold on to your butts, your cigarette butts.
Oh.
So you might as well smoke two... Because if one of your arms gets ripped off, and I'm sure you're going to want to have a drag of a butt if one of your fucking arms just got ripped off.
Yeah. Or at least use it to cauterize.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
I'm on board. Mm-hmm. But yeah. So I was going to say about the Raptors, though, we find out in Jurassic Park 2 that the Raptors' one weakness is gymnastics.
Oh, yeah. It was just like, oh, my God.
Mm-hmm. You know what, though? I had like a little bit of a racist moment because I was like... I can't remember if it's the right name, but I was just thinking it was a young black girl who did gymnastics. I'm like, did Gabby Giffords or whatever, like the Olympic gymnast girl, was that her? And so I had to look it up, and it wasn't. And I was like, oh, I'm just racist. I was like, that girl was an adult by the time Gabby Giffords was playing. Like,
is that Simone Biles?
Yeah, I can't remember.
Is that her name?
No, I think it's.
What was another girl that came back and like won?
Oh, I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna look up Gabby.
Now you gotta look up Gabby.
The first thing that comes up is Gabby Petito.
Flocking like birds.
Gabby Douglas. Sorry, I apologize to people who were Gabby Giffords. Oh, isn't Gabby Giffords the girl?
I apologize to everybody who is not Gabby Giffords.
Isn't Gabby Giffords like the congresswoman who got shot in the head?
I don't know.
It's something like that.
I do not know.
I don't know.
Yeah. See, that was like their theory in this movie. Is that one of Michael Crichton's crazy theory?
No, that's not even a crazy theory.
Cool books. He writes all these books about science and blah blah blah, and then he's a climate denier.
Yeah, he's Well, he's also an anti. Like this book was anti-science.
They look good. They look good still. Yeah, it holds up well, actually.
It's this scene that actually was the proving grounds for the book, because when Dennis Muren said that they could do CG instead of the stop motion, they're like, you're going to have to prove it to me. So they created this scene, but with just skeletons of the Gallimimus running around, and he was blown away by how well they moved and stuff like that. That's so good. But like like I said, they deal so well with them in the light, though. Like he's got such good shadow on him, and like they're not afraid to have him just like they're not afraid to have him out in the broad daylight and stuff. Because a lot of CG people would hide this. Remember the friggin' first Hulk movie?
Oh yeah,
like the whole thing was in the dark.
I don't know what the hell I was looking at. Well, no, that tank scene wasn't, but
no, I know, but like when they were fighting those dogs.
Yes, I had to like the fucking drive, and I was like, what the fuck am I even looking at here?
Yeah. It's like you saw eyes, and you're like, oh, that must be a bad guy of some sort, and then you just heard a lot of yelling and growling and roaring, and then he was hurt, and it was like, all right,
this could have been any porn.
Yeah,
just a flesh wound.
All theme parks have delays.
True that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean. I quoted this earlier and I said Small World, but Small World's arguably more dangerous.
Oh, you know it. You sure can.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it feels like fun.
I think they wouldn't have like they never thought of this happening. Yeah. Like there's not like a lockdown contingency where it's like this building will turn into a fortress where no fucking thing is getting in.
Yeah, exactly. And on the top of which is a friggin' helipad, so that the helicopter
you press the fucking button and you make the helipad way higher than any of the fuckers could get to.
My thing was the location of the generator. It's like you have to go all the way across to here in the event of a power failure, which I guess they're not predicting a power failure combined with all the dinosaurs being out, so
But the power failure would lead to...
Yeah. But you would think that the control center would have, like, the access to the generator.
Now we're going to need 2 people in 2 separate parks, 2 separate ends of the park, and synchronized to pull the switches at the same time, and then one of them's going to have to be like sacrifice themselves, you know,
and one of you
pull
says,
the switch.
One of you says the incantation forwards, the other backwards.
It wouldn't be a movie if they didn't have this crazy shit going on. There you go. Talk him through it there, old Hammond.
I love this too because he's trying so hard to do it, and like I'm so glad that they made like Goldblum a lucid version because, like I said, he's in the hotel in the other one, and basically all he's doing is like in a fever dream telling everybody he told them so. He's just like, "You guys, none of you understood," and like that's the whole thing.
Oh, fuck.
That's probably fine.
They probably stacked up on each other. Like one on top of the other, and then one of them bit through.
Yeah. You know what would be hilarious? He looks down and he sees they're all on the bottom with their necks broken because they all fell from the top. And it's just like, oh, he's like, well, that solves that. And he's like, how many were in there? 3. 1, 2, 3. We're all set. Oh, I love the clever girl. What a great line.
Because that he himself says it.
Yes.
That while you're looking at one, this one's just kind of farting around.
He's not the one who says it before. Oh. Sam Neill is the one he's the one scaring the little kid with that information.
Oh, and he's like, while you're looking at this one, this one's coming up beside you. Yeah. Or behind you.
So, and that's why, that's his discovery of that.
We're being hunted.
And then I liked that he like respected the game. He's like, I get you. He's like, I get you.
He's like, don't hate the play, I hate the game. He understands that.
But he has the perfect look for this role. Like, there's no, but like he looks also like the guy from FX who's not Michael Caine.
Gymnastics.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. See, gymnastics. She doesn't get eaten by a velociraptor.
Run, girl.
She runs weird though.
She runs good. It's like a terror run. She does a good job.
I wouldn't stop running. I know it's dark, but
yeah, the whole last act turns into a take quarters little thriller.
Yeah, it's good. I like too because they foreshadowed earlier because he was eating all the ice cream because the power's out. So
yes, he's like, we gotta eat this. He's like, this is for after the I like how the movie is a thriller.
Oh yeah,
it's like an adventure thriller. It's not a horror.
No. And
it's a thriller,
and it's beautifully scored like one too, with all the pizzicato, like
when Buddy's like run.
Yes. Yeah. It's so well done. Again, John Williams. Like, I mean, there's other people we love. We love our Alan Silvestri, Hans Zimmers and stuff like that. But nobody does it quite like John Williams. Like, he just creates.
Zimmer do Dune? Are you going to check Dune out?
I am going to check Dune out, actually.
It's making more money than I thought it was going to make. It's doing really well.
Do you know what's actually really interesting was after I reviewed Eternals, somebody tweeted that a screening of Eternals had been canceled at the Scotiabank Theatre in Toronto in favor of another screening of Dune.
Oh, no way.
So it was like they were moving Eternals off of screens.
I'm glad that Dennis Villeneuve was a great director.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that movie's 5 hours long.
Yeah. No, but I'd like to check it out because I like everybody who's in it. I love Oscar Isaac. I like
the director.
Momoa.
I like all the actors too, but the director's work speaks for itself. The movies he makes are fucking awesome. I have to see The Arrival. Is that on Netflix?
Maybe.
That's him, right? That's Villeneuve.
Yeah, I think so. So you respect him so much, you just nailed his name, and he's got a foreigner name.
Mm-hmm. It's Canadian. It's French.
That's true.
I have to, or I'll be like sued by the Canadian government.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was Quebec. I thought he was just straight up French.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's fake French.
Fake French. He's poutine French, not baguette French. Nice.
I'm gonna eat a bunch of chili when I get home.
Yeah. But he still smokes.
1 o'clock in the morning chili.
Oh God. I had wings when I got home, but I was like I usually wouldn't eat so late, but I knew I was staying up, and I've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, so.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I probably shouldn't eat either. Just go right to bed. But whatever. I'm up now.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
Yeah, that's my fault.
I napped, though.
That's good.
I didn't know what to do. I slept so well, and then I woke up, and it was like, I don't know what to do. I got stuck in Zelda or Metroid, and I was just like, go back to bed. Fuck it.
I do like when you can have those days, though, where you're just like, you know what? Forget it.
I work like a beast on my weeks on,
Absolutely.
so like, fuck that.
Well, and you'll do 3 weeks in a row. Like,
I think I am doing 3 weeks or more when I go back.
Oh, do you? Are you?
Because they hired a guy, and then like a day before they found out he had no shots.
Oh, really? Eh?
So like, right on.
Oh, no.
Come on, girl. 2.
Yeah.
3. 4. Counting is fun.
Sexy. Don't exhale when you talk so much.
Are you talking to her?
Yeah. Do you think she'd like me more than friends?
To exhale.
I keep hearing an echo, but it's not. Like,
It's in your brain.
Yeah. I think we talked about this last time we recorded.
Oh, okay. What you doing here?
Turn them all on.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. The kid's on there still. Just jump.
Yeah.
So you got further that way.
I get freaking out, but yeah, jump.
Fucking kid.
Yeah, I know.
It's like talking him down.
Yeah. Well, imagine it was just, he was stone cold. The guy just comes, he goes flying off and he's just like, your brother's dead. Let's move.
Probably the original one.
Yeah. Because best case scenario, he's really injured and he's going to slow us down like crazy.
Could you flick those buttons any slower?
Yeah.
I would just be like, boop, 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 boop,
Oh,
boop,
absolutely.
boop, boop, boop,
Double
boop,
hands. Using my butt cheeks.
Like, all right, she's open. Press the button.
Why do they turn red?
Press the button.
Usually green means go.
Not here. It's really confusing. This is probably why the park's gone to shit.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
And here's another thing. Assuming that people are going to press them in order, why were the Velociraptor and Tyrannosaur paddocks at the bottom? It's like you would think if you're going to do them in order.
For narrative
like,
reasons.
Danger ones first. And then like
perimeter should have been number 1.
Yeah. And then ice cream parlor bathrooms can go at the bottom. You know what I mean?
Holy Jesus Christ.
And that one,
Did you make that noise?
Yeah, I did.
That's what made it worse. That's like perfectly timed.
Oh yeah, that's
when you go to Universal, they have like a dinosaur meet and greet, and it looks so good. The dinosaur looks really so fucking good.
They look really good.
Oh, thank God you're here, Sam Jackson.
His hand's on her boob too. By the way.
Where's your cigarette? Ah! It's in his other hand. Ah!
He held onto his butts, just like Todd said.
That's right. He's like, I might have lost an arm, but I'm still smoking.
Yeah.
He should have come back and taken out the T-Rex. I love that shot. Yeah. Taken out the T-Rex with like something he is bioengineered an arm of so now he's got like a T-Rex arm. Not a T-Rex. Yeah. T-Rex arm. That does nothing.
Yeah. Well, because
like a dinosaur arm. And then he fights the dinosaur.
Yeah.
That was their original ending that they cut out, and then they added a T-Rex.
Goddamn T-Rex.
Like, I don't know about like Sam Jackson with his, lizard arm.
Yeah. Yeah,
there's like a whole scene where he gets his arm ripped off, and then you see him stumbling around in the lab, and he like grabs an egg and smashes it onto his armhole and rubs it in, and then
he only has one line through the entire movie where somebody's looking at him, and he goes, "Motherfucker, are you looking at my lizard arm?" And then he just walks away, and then like again he's like doing something later on, and it's really important to the plot. But then, "Motherfucker, are you looking at my lizard arm?"
Oh fuck!
There's rumors.
You still could have shot anyways.
Yeah, this is fan-based rumors. Oh, we gotta.
Clever girl.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's fan-based rumors.
Perfect leaf placement.
Yeah, for sure.
For a raptor murder.
Absolutely. But anyways, there's fan-based rumors for the Book of Boba Fett that Mace Windu shows up.
No way.
Because there's a lot of like these like things that they've built where like Mace Windu survived and he's like this like kind of like rogue whatever, like a
you think that like oh, there you go. You'd be like, what's just such a bummer you survived all these dinosaur attacks and then like the fucking gate gets you.
Yeah, I know.
Or the fence, whatever the fuck.
I was literally
this is perfect. This is the story.
Oh, let's hear.
I'm on the boat.
Yes.
This lady that I speak to all the time has this little dog, and the little dog has a shock collar thing on it. And I'm like, is this a shock collar? And she's like, yes. I was like, you don't actually shock your little dog, do you? She's like, no. She's like, I actually don't even know what it is. She's like, there's a beep and a vibrate. She's like, I've gone as high as the vibrate.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fuck it, let's try this thing out. So we took it off the dog.
Yeah.
I held it into my hand and she shocked me. And oh my God, it was like I got hit by fucking lightning.
Oh, really?
Holy shit. My arm was just like, I was like, whoa, whoa. And then I just dropped the thing. And then they were all laughing at me. But then I was like, oh man, like it really fucking hurt bad. Like it was really bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, if you shocked your dog with this, it would kill it.
Yeah.
And then instantaneously bring it back to life. I was like, I'm serious. Like that would kill the dog.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, my understanding of those, at least how they've been explained to me by outer people, is that their fur and stuff insulates the actual shock, so they don't feel like it's never in contact.
Yeah,
with skin.
right. Jesus Christ, just thinking about it makes me want to have a fucking heart attack.
But that's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't touch it doesn't touch a dog's
It shot
skin,
all down my arm, all down my side, my leg.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit.
Yeah, but it touches your skin. It doesn't touch theirs.
I was like, never. I would totally be like, nope. I could do with not happening ever again.
There are more humane ones for sure. There's actually one. There's like a citronella.
I'm not saying that, like this lady said that she's like, I believe her because this dog is doing great, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but so apparently that there's like somebody who's shaking her arm because they didn't think that she would be able to like shake her arm properly. So there's literally, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I got the shakes, so.
Yeah, exactly. Because the sugar.
They would have to have somebody hold my arm for it to not shake.
Yeah, you give me enough of that Jello, I'll shake. I'll shake like Michael J. Fox at a rave.
All they needed to do was pre-jiggle the Jello, then put it on the spoon.
Yes. Or you just show me Bill Cosby coming with a drink. I got you a drink to help you fall asleep. Wow. The Jello.
I remember this in the preview. You see is the Raptor hand like open the
Oh yeah, that was like right near the
somebody's in there. It's right here.
Yeah, you know what that reminds me of though? Because I think at the time it made me kind of mad, but they make it like it looks sensible because they have hands. And
he's just fucking around with the door and then he hits the thing.
But I think in the trailer they just made it seem like there was more to it. Like they were just.
It should have been a doorknob.
Yeah. With a child thing on.
Yeah.
No, but but I remember being like, oh, that seems like they're not that smart, blah blah blah. But it reminded me of like there's that bit in the Walking Dead. I wasn't aware of what the whisperers were, and then all of a sudden there were zombies that walked by, and then one of them is like, "Where are they?" And I'm like, "Nope, zombies don't talk now. We're done. I'm done." But then I found out it wasn't zombies talking; it was people who were walking among the zombies talking to each other. They basically they're wearing a zombie's face. Like as a mask.
Yeah, well, because they figured that out if they covered themselves with blood, it was like they couldn't really tell.
So, but it's these guys, and they walk amongst them, and they herd the zombies. So it was a pretty cool.
Is this the first time we've really seen a full Raptor right here,
Yes.
Coming into the room?
Yeah. That's one of the weaker shots.
It's still good, though.
It's still good, but like you can see the motion blur a bit more, I feel.
Stop leaning and then going back. It's making a bubble noise.
You can look up, I'm pretty sure you can look up on YouTube. There's the comparison. They have the stop motion animation of that scene versus the other one. But the stop motion animation, they also gave them lizard tongues. So they went out like which, as far as they know, dinosaurs didn't have. And
tongues?
Not like snakes.
He's tapping his foot, eh?
Yeah. Like not like snake tongues and stuff like that, right? But
it's a little noise. It's almost like almost something like a purring of a cat or something almost.
Yes. There's a lot of little things in there too. So there's I'm pretty sure that a part of that is I think part of it
just made it.
Yeah. I think part of it was a sea lion, but I'm almost positive that part of it is like a friggin' torque wrench. Oh. Imagine, I want subtitles for them. He's like, that sounded like a ladle. Oh, that meat slicer's there. They missed a real opportunity to fuck that dinosaur.
I know.
Sticks his head in and zing, zing, and you're just getting slices.
And he just puts up with it.
Thin sliced dinosaur.
That's how I like my dinosaur.
Yeah. And then you just pile a lot of it on. Like pastrami.
Yeah, but this is definitely the most CGE.
Yes. And there's another bit here too where like the grate shines down on him. It's a weird lighting choice, similar to the. That's weird too because that's a weird forced perspective.
Yes.
Because the thing should be over more, but this is just a trick for us, and I don't mind.
Exactly.
It.
I like that noise too.
Yeah.
Fuck, here he comes.
Boom. I do like the idea of one that's wiped out from a head injury. It's like, fuck.
He's like, well, she's gone. Now what the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah, protocol. So
I get into a drawer.
Yeah.
They got drawers right there, man.
Close that shit.
Fucking get into it.
Well, he's going for the freezer, which isn't
fuck.
a terrible
Oh, here's
idea.
leg.
Yeah.
Better give her, by the Raptor's gaining on ya.
Boom. See, he even did the better move. Because it's all melted and stuff, right?
So
Because
slippy.
the freezer's been open. So he slipped and...
Woo!
I don't like that he's over... I always love that. Huzzah. Got him.
It's Raptor, what?
This one. And then she just punches this one in the face. Calls it a douchebag.
You just watched it for a while, eh?
Yeah. Okay, let's go. I like that. That's the thing. It's in there. What would you like me to do about it?
Yeah. Just letting you know.
Yeah. At last glance, still a dinosaur. Still a dinosaur over there. Still a person over here. Man, oh man. Ah. Hi. Imagine he
Oh,
just
we
wanted
figured
to
these
be...
door. That's the door boy,
Yeah,
the door
imagine,
guy.
imagine he just wanted to be friends.
Hi. He's in blue.
Come on. He's voiced by a mix of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Pee Wee Herman. Speaking in
What is
unison.
the kid doing there?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, he was just doing like...
Oh.
He was like a character in a video game that was like stuck in like...
It's an NPC running into
Yeah.
a wall.
I like that zapping scene reminded me of what I was going to tell you.
That's
me
wonderful.
getting electrocuted. For like 20 minutes afterwards, I was just like, oh my God, I was worried I was going to have like a heart attack or something.
What's funny is that like the distance between you when you were trying to think of that and when this episode's gonna air is like a month. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be like a lot of time passed before it.
I got it. They were like, oh wow. It's like,
He was all the comments. Todd, you're really hung up on that story. Holy shit!
right. Oh shit.
I'd like him to like saw off his fingers. So there's a like
How
a
does he have his hands in there? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe like like that or like that.
There's a legit bazooka scene in the book where the one guy's got like an RPG and he's just waiting to use. He's like itching to use it the entire time, and then finally an opportunity comes up and he blows up a couple of raptors.
Sweet.
Like, what's on her face? Is that like a cut?
It's a slice.
Oh, okay. Because like I didn't recall her doing anything that injured her head, but it looks more like it's 80s like dance makeup. The faces she makes in this movie are problematic. Look at that face. Like,
Jeff Goldblum missed out on a lot of the action here.
She got the role though, because I guess the only thing he did to audition the girls was have them scream at the camera, like to show how scared they could look and all that stuff. So she did it, and then I guess he was watching all the tapes of them at home. This is like a weird perverted thing. Him watching tapes of a bunch of little girls screaming by himself, and then he decided on her because she's the one who woke up his wife, and his wife came in and is like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" And he's like, "Okay, this is the one."
Oh, like, why's your penis out? What's happening?
Yeah. Hey, puppy. The puppy came to say hi.
Oh, right here, there's a scene where she looks at the camera.
Yes, that does.
Or the stunt person looks at the camera and they had the CG put in the little girl's face.
When she falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, this, I don't like that. It looks like it says Gattaca over and over again. But like,
I
what,
like that scene.
Yeah. I just didn't care for that lighting choice.
Shit.
But, because there was no reason for it. So it's right here. You'll
Right
see
here.
a spot where she looks up and they do a proper facial replacement.
Right there. Wait.
There, right here. There.
There.
So they CG'd her face on for just that like freeze frame.
Wow.
The dog left. For the
Scary
people listening.
shit.
Yeah. I like that there's just duct tape on that, like on
They're getting
on that
to
one
it. They're
dog.
getting to it. Yeah.
So it's like, but he said spare no expense. You'd think that would mean that. Oh, do you think it bums out the Tyrannosaur when he ends up in here and he's like, "Oh, Bill."
Bill. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Yeah, just kind of some Chewbacca in there, eh?
Yeah. Oh, that wouldn't put it. I wouldn't put it past.
Fuck.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past good old Spielberg to do something like that.
Oh, schnit.
At least she's on her own. Like she's like on a thing that the Raptors can't jump on because she's taking up all the space. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's been through enough already.
Has he?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, between the tree and the fence, I mean, like, what else do you want from this poor kid? Yikers.
Man. Oh, fuck. The shot for the preview.
Yeah. These Raptors have the run of the place, man. hey. I didn't like that one so much because he was like, him. It was a little too furtive. Like, what? Like he was like,
they all have their own personalities.
I guess. I like that they decided to give this moment and then like to make like the T-Rex the hero.
Yeah. She's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck did he get in there?
Yeah. So, same way, I guess.
Thanks, T-Rex.
He puts up his little tiny thumb. Yeah.
You I'm coming at you, bastard.
I feel like Kathy Griffin would voice that one. They're voiced by Kathy Griffin and Gilbert Gottfried. Hey, what's going on in there?
There's just this T-Rex Raptor rumble going on.
Yeah. Also, he's nowhere near like he doesn't even acknowledge his grandchildren there.
He just wants to know buddy things.
Yeah, exactly. Are you still in? Imagine if he said yes. He's like, I think this place has got some promise. So good.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So I guess
what a fucking movie!
So
wow.
Good. So I guess Spielberg would do the roars and stuff like that during the thing, and he'd be doing that, and then Laura Dern was like, it was more funny than anything else. It's just
roar!
Like,
I said roar.
Yeah, it's like we're supposed to be like reacting.
I feel like it's like in those scenes it would be played by the dude from the B-52s. Roar! Why aren't you scared? Roar! Damn it!
Mm-hmm. It wasn't a rock. It was a rock. Dinosaur. Rock.
Then he lists every dinosaur that's ever existed.
Dilophosaurus. Pachycephalosaurus.
He's like, wait. I forgot my wallet. So like, let's get the fuck out of here.
It would be amazing. As somebody who's forgotten his wallet, I'd go back.
I wonder if you can buy that cane at Universal.
I guarantee. I guarantee.
Must be some prime merch.
Yeah, you know what though? There's probably that high end because like Disney has that for the Star Wars stuff. Like you can go get
in the back.
You can go get the Star Wars.
Mickey snorting lines.
Yeah, but you can go get like the little like porg stuffies and stuff like that. But then you can also get like full on like jewelry that looks like the Chapor snippets that like Anakin carved, and like there's like artisan looking things. You know what I mean?
Part 2 is Vince Vaughn and Julianne Moore. Right?
Yeah. So, it's Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff
Goldblum is like main dude. Julianne Moore is his girlfriend, who's also a paleontologist.
Right. And their
Vince
daughter.
Vaughn, yeah. Well, no, it's not their daughter. It's his daughter from an ex. Yeah.
We get those birds
at
Pee-wee.
Nice.
I don't know if they're the exact same pelican. They look like it, though.
That was the exact same. Those are the ones you see.
It must be, right?
Like they're like, you can go talk to them next time and say, "Yeah, I saw you."
Oh, it does look like him, yeah. No, they're dark. These ones were like pure white.
Yeah.
They're like the American pelican.
It's so
black-tipped wings and white.
Mm-hmm. It's so amazing because the dinosaurs evolved into species of birds. Well, certain dinosaurs evolved into species of birds. Theory didn't. See, like it didn't hold any water until this movie, and then people started looking into it, and they're like, actually, it makes all the sense in the
Michael
world.
Crichton.
Yep.
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah.
You know what fucking awesome too is like they don't dwell on the ending, man. They just get out of there. Mm-hmm. They're just like, let's get the fuck to the helicopter and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Kathleen.
They should have looked out the window and a pterodactyl was flying next to them.
Well, they did that in the second one.
Yeah.
Because it's when
why would they make pterodactyls?
Again, you don't want anything to get off the island. Don't make something migratory.
I know, you're like, what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, well, that to me, it was like there's so many of them that are just a flat out mistake. And again, it's the Raptors, it's the T-Rex. It's everybody wants to see a T-Rex.
Did you watch Kong versus Godzilla?
No, I haven't watched it.
It was a good one. I liked it.
Yeah.
I was wondering too why the animals from this park or not.
You know what?
But I think in the movie, if I'm not mistaken, they had to go through like the Bermuda Triangle essentially to get to this thing.
Oh yeah.
Like they had to go through like I don't know, maybe
it was in the back of a Target.
Yeah. Target, yeah.
Which is hard to get to.
Very.
They don't just let you in.
It's the hot deals.
Yeah.
Target failed miserably here.
I actually watched a whole thing about that, It was really interesting. It was just like a 5-minute piece, but it was talking about how basically they were told it was going to take a certain number of years to get it done, and they refused. They're like, no, we're going to do it in 2 years. Like, that's it. They hired a bunch of people who were like inexperienced in like product management. So the people who ordered all their stuff didn't know what to order, and they were ordering everything wrong. So they didn't have stuff.
Right. They didn't have very shit.
And so that's why when they opened, all the shelves were empty. And then there was like the thing, like literally the first flyers with like the things right on the front page come like, these are on sale. They didn't even have them in stock.
That's amazing. If this is on sale, it's just blank pictures of blank shelves.
Yeah. But like that was, and that was it. Like, it was just like, oh yeah, this MP3 player is on sale. And then you went there and they're like, yeah, I'm looking for this MP3 player. They're like, yeah, we didn't get any in. It's like, but your flyer says, and it was all because they wanted to rush it. They bought a bunch of Zellers as soon as they became available, and they said, well, you can just turn these into them right away. And they're like, no, like, to develop
together.
To develop a chain of department stores in a whole other country takes forever.
Yes.
You have to get supply chain ready, and you get like, there's so many things to do.
Make sure it's still coming through, and like
and they just didn't do it. And
they really fucked the dog on that one, Tarjay.
I feel like it, like in a few years' time they may consider doing it again. And actually put the time in this time.
Right, and actually hire somebody that's going to do it correctly.
Because people were excited about Target coming here and then just disappointed that, like, if they had their stuff, because, like, Target always sold really good, like, graphic tees and stuff, and then I'd go there and they were all fucking not there, and I'm like, all right.
I don't think I even stepped foot into that Target.
Yeah, no, I did a lot. But
just to see the nothing that they had. Maybe they got something this time.
Well, and sort of like, it was just, you were there and you're like, well, I'm going to walk around anyways. So let's just do it. And you walk around in there and it's like, oh man, that's like, you see a cool thing here. And then you're like, oh, I wonder if they have these things. Nope. Still nothing. And you just pass by areas where you weren't necessarily searching for something, but you just noticed that it's like, oh my God, there's nothing here.
It's like, still nothing. If we watch this, it's going to be like 3 minutes of credits.
Yeah.
We're already at the freaking computer graphics. It's only like 5 guys.
Yeah. Yeah, this was back before that was a thing, right?
Like an 18 trillion, like a fucking country.
Well, the whole movie
of engineers.
Yeah. But also when you consider like the whole movie, so we're over 2 hours in this movie, and only 15 minutes contain dinosaurs.
Is that for real?
Yeah, well, at least CG dinosaurs.
No. Oh, okay. I was going to say, no way.
But yeah.
It was like the last scene was like 20 minutes long with the Raptors.
Yeah, but it's they said that from I think they said it was just over 15 minutes worth of actual like dinosaur.
See, that's good. They look pretty good still.
Yeah.
Still holds up. The old Tippett studio. Yeah.
And it really shows you how well it's like you said, where like there's big chunks of this movie where none of the dinosaur stuff is happening. You don't care.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
What a fucking movie.
So good, man.
One of the best of all time.
It really, really is.
Mm-hmm.
Oop, Tim Holland instead of Tom Holland. Richard Hims. I get it.
No, you don't.
No, apparently I don't. I'm always looking for somebody who's like in something or like
in something.
Well, like it's like, oh yeah, no, that guy, he's like, yeah, he's an editor here, but he like directed this movie or something like that. But
top billing, Sam Neill,
Cameron Thor as Dodgson. Richard Kyle. It was a very small cast too.
Richard Carnes,
right? Oh, that'd be amazing.
He was also at the table in Curb. I'm sure it was Vince Vaughn and Richard Carnes.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, I'm sure he was in
Richard
that
Carnes
scene.
Or Richard Kind? Kind, yeah, because I was going to say Kind feels more like he would be in Curb.
Yes.
Richard Karn from Home Improvement, not as much.
You mean the host of The Feud?
Yeah.
For 4 episodes, but they're like, oh my God, you're so boring. Get out of here.
That was a bad idea. Because the whole point of that game show is waiting for people to say something stupid and for you to jump on them.
Yes.
That's the whole point of that show. So you need a comedian who's got a fucking brain in his head. Instead, like, they just got a guy, he's like, I'm so happy to be here. Like, it was him and, like, at least Jay Peterman. At least Jay Peterman, when he hosts, he could give a look. He was like,
yeah, his Jay Peterman look.
That's it, yeah.
Champions. Look at that. Look at those credits, bud.
The animals used in this film were in no way harmed.
Absolutely murdered.
Except the shivering dinosaurs, you monsters.
Why is it all...
Whoa. Your body just rumbled.
The dinosaur roar, bud. Why when Spielberg came up, it was like ominous?
Yeah, it was just the end of the track. But also
right?
him, the font in his name looked kind of like Goonies. But we're done, guys.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a great movie. Thank you all for joining us as always, and thanks for all the support. You can find us at miscastcommentary.com. Email us podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Twitter at miscastpodcast. I'm at miscastjoe. Todd's at miscasttodd. On TikTok at miscastcommentary. And you can find me at miscastjoe on YouTube and Twitch as well. So lots of places to see these faces if that's what you're really into.
Should be.
If you are watching, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And if you're not watching, just hop over and see what we look like really quick. Hit like and subscribe. And if you don't really like what you see, go back to the other thing. It's fine.
Go back to the loser shit you were doing before that.
Yeah, with your earbuds in.
Listening to tunes instead of us talking.
Watching a 67-year-old woman wash her car.
Ooh, where's that?
Well, I'm taking you there next.
Ooh.
She does late night car
Take
washes.
me to the car wash.
Working at the
67-year-old boobies.
Yeah. She's pressing them. Well, actually, no. She's pressing them up against.
No. She's like, her breasts are rubbing up against the windshield, but she's back. At the.
She flopped them up over, and they're going. Okay. Well, that's the gift for this episode. Good Lord. All right, guys. We will see you next week with another Coming Attractions episode, and we'll figure out what the hell we're doing next. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.